The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
With the goal on the shorthander.
A Q Media Group production.
Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I mean, he can't miss.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to George Larson Field here in Cambridge, Minnesota, where we're getting set for this, what would be Mississippi 8 conference game. It's, well, not quite that, but we are here at George Larson Field for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats visiting the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I am so pleased to be here this evening. Oh, excuse me, this evening. Apparently I'm too excited this evening, but it should be a great game here between the Wildcats of Chisago Lakes and the Blue Jackets of Cambridge-Isanti. We're set for a 7 o'clock kickoff here tonight, and on this on this Here's the Pitch pregame, I'm excited to tell you that at halftime we will be having an interview with our pregame sponsor, Jan Bernier, the owner of Here's the Pitch in North Branch, so stay tuned for that at halftime. And that is all coming up later on in the game. But again, we're here at George Larson Field in Cambridge-Isanti for the Blue Jackets and Wildcats. These two teams played last year in Chisago Lakes, and the Wildcats wound up getting the victory there. But the Blue Jackets looking to make it a little bit of a different story here tonight on their home field. We are going to now go ahead and get set to do our A&W Hometown Handoff. A&W, your Hometown Handoff, is brought to you by them in Pine City. Craving a classic? Stop in for a frosty mug of their famous root beer. Pair it with a juicy cheeseburger or a savory mushroom and Swiss. A&W in Pine City, you can taste the tradition. We are going to go and see if Adam Hefty is up and ready there over there. Adam Hefty, are you there, my friend?
I am. How are things over Graham?
Yeah, here. Well, I'm at Cambridge, actually, but...
Cambridge, I apologize.
No, that's okay. No, hey, at George Larson Field, it's looking like a beautiful night. It looks like football weather there, Adam. I don't know about you, but here in Cambridge, we've got cloudy skies sitting at about 55 degrees. There's a light breeze. It just feels like fall.
Yeah, traveling up 65, it's about the same thing. Cloudy and 53. Awesome. Let's go. Football weather.
It is. It's finally football weather. And Adam, we know you're over there in Mora. Tell us a little bit about that game and what you got coming up in the pregame.
Well, I have the Gobblers and the Mustangs coming up here on 95.5 FM. Both these teams winning their first games last week. Aiken defeating Crosby Ironton 14-12 last week. Mora defeating the Rails of Proctor 32-0. And then Aiken, both of these were relatively similar squads last season. Aiken 4-5 on the season, Mora 3-6. Both of these teams trying to take a step forward.
No doubt, and we know. I think you've got an interview coming up here during the pregame as well. Is that right?
I do. I got a chance to talk to Coach Whalen of the Mora Mustangs this morning on my morning show. So yeah, it was a really good interview. Got a lot of good information. You got an interview yourself, did you not?
Yes. Yes, I did. I interviewed the Chisago Lakes head coach Ryan Anderson, and he talked about how this team had a really tough game week one, but how he does feel good about this team, and if they shore up just a few things, they should be ready to go here for this one. This one kind of a rivalry here tonight between Chisago Lakes and Cambridge-Isanti. If it wasn't football, it'd be a conference game, so it's close enough to a conference game anyway. But it's tackle cancer night here at Cambridge-Isanti, so this is kind of a special night here at Cambridge-Isanti, but not just a special night on the field, but off the field as well. So I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, extra special night. Every football Friday is a special night, so a tackle cancer night is even more special.
There is no doubt about that. Well, Adam, I appreciate you joining me here for the A&W Hometown Handoff. I'm sure we'll talk later on and keep each other updated throughout the night.
Sounds good. Have a good game.
Thanks, you as well. That, again, was Adam Hefty over in Morris. He has got the Mora Mustangs and Aiken Gobblers in that game. That, again, your A&W Hometown Handoff brought to you by A&W in Pine City. A handoff is brought to you by them. Grab a frosty root beer float. Ooh, man, that sounds good right now. A juicy cheeseburger. Or, again, they've got those amazing cheese curds that are waiting just for you. A&W is rooting for all the athletes playing here tonight. We are still going on with the Here's the Pitch pregame. Here's the Pitch in North Branch. You can use their state-of-the-art pitching machines or your own pitcher to perfect next season's swing. Here's the Pitch in the Tanger Outlet Mall, North Branch. This is just before our Kettle River Pizza kickoff coming up here at about 7 o'clock. That clock rolling right now. We should be set for kickoff right at about 7, maybe a couple minutes after due to introductions and the national anthem. But people are starting to fill the stands. We're starting to see the pink come out here tonight. Again, it is Tackle Cancer Night here at Cambridge-Isanti for this Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jacket and Chisago Lakes Wildcats game. Again, if it wasn't football, it'd be a conference game, so we'll call it a conference game anyways. And I want to thank all of our guys who are going over there. Here tonight, we've got Tyler Gustafson over in Bram, covering Bram and Pine City, having some problems right now. That would be my fault because I did not set him up better. So I apologize, Tyler, over there in Bram. My bad, buddy, but we'll get you up and running and looking better as we go forward. He's going to go live there in Bram in just a couple minutes, so stay tuned for that one. Adam Hefty over on 95.5 covering Mora and Aiken. And then over on our other YouTube channel, Q Media Sports 2, it will be Andy Beckstrom covering Malacca as they host Little Falls here tonight. So we've got a ton of great games going on this evening. My game sure to be one of them. We're going to talk a little bit more about the teams when we come back, but first we're going to hear a word from our fine sponsors, and then we're going to hear a word first from the Chisago Lakes head coach Ryan Anderson, unable to schedule one with the Cambridge-Isanti head coach. Just unfortunately, we couldn't work it out to where we both had time. He's busy with teaching and coaching. I'm also busy trying to keep up with sports. Not, of course, as busy as Coach Geisler, but we appreciate him for trying, and we will get that interview with Ryan Anderson when we come back. But first, a word from our fine sponsors. So you're listening to this game on our YouTube at Q-Media Sports.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
Guy Fieri's Flavortown is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavortown is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavortown at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. 'Cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the Chisago Lakes football head coach, Ryan Anderson. Coach Anderson, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, and week one is officially in the books, and Coach, why don't you just give us kind of your thoughts and the biggest takeaways from game one?
Well, I would say week one obviously didn't go how we would have liked it to have gone. I think our inexperience kind of reared its head a little bit at times. And I would say that the opponent that we played, Hill Murray, they are a good football team, and I'm not trying to discredit them by any means. However, we did have a number of self-inflicted mistakes that ultimately cost us quite heavily, actually. So we've got some things to clean up. And I think that, the boys have been working pretty well this past week on fixing those mistakes, correcting those mistakes. And I'm optimistic as we move forward. But again, just some mental lapses at times that cost us big time, and then just some mistakes of putting the ball on the ground, turning the ball over, and then giving them short fields or even points off of the turnover directly. So if we get those things cleaned up, things should go a lot better for us.
And I think one of the things that a lot of people, whether it's broadcasters or just even fans, is to talk about is holding on to the ball. I think it can be something easily talked about, but less easily done. Well, how do you make sure that those guys are working on that, and what are some of the things that you do to work on that?
Yeah, I mean, we pay a lot of attention to the little details in that regard. I mean, it's something as little as how we hold the football. I mean, we're constantly talking about high and tight, and the expectation is no matter where they are on the field, they could have caught the pass or broken a run and they're 10 yards downfield. That ball is still expected to be high and tight. And then even so, when they turn around and come back to the huddle, we're constantly drilling that so that they get that feeling and that comfort that they know that that's where that ball needs to be when that ball has been secured. The other aspect of it is, what kind of bit us a little bit was our pitch game, and that's something that we work on daily. So we focus on it. We try to put them in some situations where there might be a little bit more stress to get that pitch caught or pitch gone out of the quarterback's hands. So we really coach those points about making sure that we're consistent, whether that quarterback is under heat or just has the time to make a good pitch. We want things to be as consistent as possible. We want to make sure that our pitch relationship is consistent as possible and not too close. I think sometimes that gets us in trouble. But then once they do get it, it's high and tight, and that is basically becoming second nature for these guys at this point, because we've been working that part very, very deliberately for the last 4 weeks.
And talking about the pitches, seen a little bit of the speed option run there on Thursday. How delicate is that to try and make sure that the pitch is there, but the running back is the right amount of space from the quarterback to his spot and not too far, too close? How delicate is that, and what are some of the things that the players are doing to make sure that they have that down? Yeah, it's really important. I mean, that can be the difference between the ball ending up on the ground. If they're too close, a lot of times it gets to them too fast, and or it might hit them in the face, or it might be a little higher than they would prefer it to be. So it's really a delicate balance of making sure that they're in that sweet spot, that right spot. We're constantly coaching them to be 4 yards away from the quarterback, 1 yard behind. 5 yards away, 1 yard behind at most. So it's really a feel thing, and that's just like in a passing game. You like to see the quarterback develop chemistry with his wide receivers. It's kind of a chemistry thing, and making sure that the quarterback and the running backs that are on that pitch phase that are out there are in the right spot, and everything feels good and everything feels natural for them. So we drill it a lot, and it's something that we work on every day. And it's just sometimes one of those things when the fur gets flying, sometimes the emotions and the body tenses up a little bit, and we make some little mistakes. But it's a very important aspect, because it can be the difference between, getting a pitch out executed and getting a nice gain, or putting the ball on the ground, which is ultimately what we want to try and avoid. And looking at this quarterback last year, he was kind of a younger, inexperienced quarterback. This year he comes back with a full year under his belt. What were your impressions with him kind of in the second full year as the quarterback? Yeah, he's healthy, and it shows. I thought he did a really nice job. Outside of, we never expect our quarterback when we're doing read plays to read at 100%. That's just impossible. That's impractical. So He read at a very high rate. He did a really nice job commanding the huddle. He did a really nice job kind of controlling the game. We do give him the opportunity to change out of plays at the line of scrimmage. And I thought what he did change out of, he did a really nice job getting us into a play that maybe wasn't as catastrophic based on what the defense was showing. So
overall, I thought he did a really nice job for us. His experience showed. He's one of our most experienced players, and he was out there kind of, keeping those guys that are less experienced kind of even keel and kind of showing them the way.
And one of the biggest spots that we've talked about last year was the defensive line. All seniors who had experience last year, this year, some new guys with some inexperience. But what were your kind of feel about them there from game one, again, against a very tough opponent?
Yeah, with the inexperience and you're facing a team that's got some experience on one side of the ball that you're not on there, they can do some things to make it a little bit tougher. Although I will say I thought our guys did a fairly good job. I mean, it's a varsity football game, and it's the first time that these guys got put into that situation. It's a lot faster than a JV game or a ninth grade game, so the speed is different. I thought those guys handled themselves very well. They kept their composure. And then as we made adjustments on the sidelines, I thought those guys were very receptive, and they did their jobs as we'd like to see. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat. The opponent, they are a good opponent. Hill Murray has a nice defense out there and a good offense as well. So when we're on offense, sometimes they're going to just win the battle. And the same thing is true when we're on defense. Sometimes your opponent's going to win the battle. We just got to try to limit those wins and try to limit or take control of the line of scrimmage as best we can. But overall, the guys showed that there's something there. The guys showed that they're willing to battle, and sometimes when you're in the trenches like that, that's really half the game right there.
Now shifting our focus towards this Friday's game, which will be against an opponent you guys are fairly familiar with in Cambridge-Isanti. What are some of the things that we've talked about it a little bit that you're hoping to maybe just iron out some kinks here before Friday's game?
Yeah, the biggest thing is going to be on offense, ball security. And then with defense, anytime teams are throwing multiple formations at you, it can be a challenge. And Cambridge is doing that. Hill Murray did that. When we see that, it's all about getting somebody on the field to step up and kind of take charge. And what we say is drive the bus. We want someone out there leading, directing traffic, and making sure that we're getting aligned appropriately on defense. A lot of times that can be half the battle. If you're not aligned correctly, it becomes very difficult to try and stop them. So ball security on offense has been our number one priority this week, taking care of it. And then defensively is making sure that we've got someone out there comfortable that's going to lead these guys, lead his teammates, and make sure that he's directing traffic, getting guys where they need to be.
And with this RPO offense becoming more and more kind of a widespread use in high school. Some teams use it more, some teams don't use it at all, but Cambridge doesn't run it a ton. They use it a little bit more off of the play action. So what is the message to the defense about just staying disciplined, especially when there is that chance of a little bit of an RPO?
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. That's been kind of our word the last couple of weeks, is being disciplined, having the discipline to make sure that your eyes are on your key, and making sure that you're reading your key, and when certain things happen, they all have specific jobs to do, and we expect them to do their job. So the biggest part is just to have that discipline. When your key reacts one way, you need to react the way that you're taught. And if we do that, I think schematically we'll be in a good place to hopefully hold them and kind of keep things to a minimal gain. We understand that you're not going to hold anybody to 0 yards, so it's going to be a battle every play. But if we get out there and we have the discipline to execute, first we got to get aligned, and then execute our assignment. We feel comfortable and confident that things will go the right way.
And looking back at this Cambridge-Isanti matchup here, what are some of the things that you're planning for or against for this Cambridge-Isanti team? What are some of the biggest, I guess, maybe not so much players, but maybe positionally that you're looking out for from Cambridge-Isanti? Yeah,
I mean, they've got a pretty darn good running back. He looks like he's a nice player. He runs the ball hard. Their quarterback does a good job of running their offense from what we've seen on film. But we don't have a ton of film with it being week 2, and they're not in our district per se, so all we have is the one game, and what we've seen there is, offensively, they like to run the ball at you. So they take advantage of their big offensive line, and then they've got a good running back that can move in the backfield. And then they take advantage of the passing game when they can. A little bit like us, they seem to be a run-first team and then trying to strike with the ball in the air when it's opportunistic. Defensively, I thought they looked pretty impressive. I thought they looked like they had a nice defense out there. They've got some good size on the defense and guys that like to fly around. So we're going to prepare for that. We're going to make sure that our guys have their eyes up and see where that defense is, because sometimes they might line up a little bit differently and give us a slightly different look. And when we see those different looks, we'll be ready for them.
Looking again at Friday, obviously the itch is going to be there for your guys to get that first win, but how do you make sure they're, just sticking with the game plan and remembering, fundamental football, and maybe not so much trying to outplay themselves?
Yeah, that's something that we talk about pretty regularly, actually, and we talk about how, as a football player on a team where there's 11 guys that we need to have on the same page, we need to have, it kind of goes back to that word that we've been emphasizing the last couple of weeks of discipline. Just being disciplined to understand that you don't need to, as a player, to try to do too many jobs. You don't need to try to fly around like you're Superman. You just need to execute your job. And everybody else on the field is expecting you to execute your job. So if we're all executing as we should, the game will take care of itself at that point. So a lot of it comes back to just having that discipline, trying not to do too much. And these are things that we talk about day in and day out, and it comes up, a couple of times each day, even at practice.
For you as a coach, talk what it's like. We go from what felt like summer this last week to really this week jumping right into fall weather. It feels a lot more like fall now. But just talk about what it means for you to be able to get back out another Friday, to be able to coach once again.
Yeah, I mean, when things don't turn out your way on a game day, last week was a Thursday, so we had a little extra time with the holiday weekend. You get a little antsy. You want to get back out there. You want to work towards the next goal, the next week, taking it 1 week at a time. So happy to see these temps drop. Wish they would stick around for a while. We love it. It's fantastic. It feels like fall football weather. Unfortunately, I don't think the temps are going to stick around. But, yeah, when we get that opportunity to get right back out there, it's almost, for me as a coach, it's almost like a mini vacation in the day, where all I got to worry about is are those boys out at practice, and then all I get to think about is football. So it's a nice little break in the day, and it's definitely something that we as coaches certainly look forward to.
Coach, that's all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I appreciate your time, and again, I really appreciate what you guys do for the high school game of football.
Well, Coach, thank you again for taking time to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated. And, Coach, good luck going forward, and we'll talk to you again hopefully soon.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me. Take care.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Back here on the Here's the Pitch pregame show. Don't forget, stay tuned at halftime. We'll have an interview with the owner of Here's the Pitch in North Branch, Jan Bernier, so tune in for that. Quickly taking a look at both these teams coming in here tonight. Chisago Lakes, the visiting team, came in off a loss against Hill Murray last week. It was a tough game there for the Wildcats. Again, Hill Murray, a very solid team. Once again this year was a 52-15 loss for Chisago Lakes. But they're looking to come in tonight and get their first victory. For Cambridge-Isanti, it was a Week 1 win against Sartell. Now they play out of Section 7-5A, where they have Cambridge-Isanti, Duluth East, Elk River, Monticello, and St. Francis. Andover has since moved on, believe it or not. Andover no longer in that one, but I think they actually dropped to 4A, it looks like, possibly. So That team has since dropped out, but Cambridge-Isanti on top of the section currently. But everybody in it is 1-0. Duluth East, Elk River, Monticello, and St. Francis, each 1-0 so far on the season. No one really standing out there. Monticello won their game 34-18, but yeah, still no one really standing out. Cambridge-Isanti, though, got the Week 1 win at home, and they're hoping to do much of the same here tonight against the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Again, last time these two teams played was last year, and the game was actually over in Chisago. That one, it was a kind of back-and-forth game early on, but Chisago Lakes was able to pull away there in that one and kind of keep themselves ahead of Cambridge-Isanti. Cambridge-Isanti came back late, but wound up losing that one 48-33. A high-scoring game in this one, I don't expect that to happen, but that doesn't mean we can't see. I think we're going to see more of maybe a defensive battle here between these two teams. I think this one's going to be a very good one, but again, I think it's going to be more of a 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of game here between these two teams as the Blue Jackets make their way out of that Blue Jacket helmet. Remember, the red is back this year, ladies and gentlemen, for the Blue Jackets. The red is finally back. It's been a while, but they decided, you know what, it's time. And, man, what a great decision. I love the red in the Blue Jackets uniform. So they have brought it back. You might not be able to see it on the field logo. They have it on the helmet logo and the helmet stripe, but the red is back. I just thought that was kind of cool to mention. But we are getting set for our national anthem and our starting lineups to be announced. So we are going to take one last commercial break here on the Here's the Pitch pregame, and then we'll be back for the Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Again, you've been tuned in to the Here's the Pitch pregame at George Larson Field in Cambridge, Minnesota, where the Wildcats and Blue Jackets will go after each other here shortly. But first, a word from our fine sponsors. Then after the national anthem and starting lineups, we'll be set for Kettle River Pizza kickoff here on Q Media Sports YouTube.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com. Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and is loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
He caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9
WCMP.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza. Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony. I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you.
At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
Dapper and Divine on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop. Right now, get $2 off your kid's haircut till the end of September. You know, back to school time at Dapper and Divine.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace, like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Back here on Q Media Sports YouTube as we are getting set for the Kettle River Pizza Kickoff. Brought to you by Kettle River Pizza. Both teams getting into their special teams huddles now and getting set for the boot. Got the pep band out there as well for Cambridge-Isanti. Playing the school song. Chisago Lakes won the toss, chose to defer, and Cambridge-Isanti chose to receive. So it will be the Blue Jackets on offense first here in this one as we are getting ready for the Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Kettle River Pizza, need to fundraise for your team? Kettle River Pizza in Ascove has practical and user-friendly fundraising programs. Visit kettleriverpizza.com/fundraising to learn more. Game day Gilman out here at George Larson Field in Cambridge, Minnesota. Blue Jackets and Wildcats just about set to go. Kicking off for the Wildcats is number 16, Owen Morley. And here's the boot. And it will be taken in right at the goal line. That by Peyton Copeland. Copeland off to the left side of the field, up to the 25. Got past the 30 to the 35. Runs with the defender on his back out of bounds near the 40. But there is a flag down at about the 25-yard line. So this could be coming back. A good return by Copeland. But it looks like this one could come back. Copeland kind of their bell cow last week. Over 20 carries and over 100 yards. A couple touchdowns as well.
10 yards from spot of foul.
So we've got the referee mic'd up here. It is the holding penalty. That will back him up 10 yards. So that'll be the first penalty of the evening. And that one goes against Cambridge-Isanti. So that'll back him up. Starting at the quarterback spot for the Blue Jackets is Lake Solmonson. Behind him, Peyton Copeland. 2 receivers left, tight end on the right. They'll toss it out right to Copeland. Copeland trying to get around the edge, using that speed, turns it upfield, and runs over a man to get forward. A good chunk of yards there for Peyton Copeland on the first carry of the game. Gain of about 6 there. They'll go with a little bit of a hurry-up offense. Solomonson will take the snap. He'll toss out left this time to Copeland. Copeland cutting it up the field, cuts it back at the 25. Stiff arms a man, stiff arms another one at the 30 to the 35, 40. And he is pushed out of bounds by a Chisago Lake defender. But he is well up the field that time. And it's going to be an easy first down for Copeland. Let's see where they spot it. And that'll be at the, looks at the 37. So first down and 10 now for the Blue Jackets on their own 37-yard line. Two receivers will split out wide to the right. Tight end both on the left side of the line. Solomonson with Copeland behind him. Solomonson takes the snap. They're just going to ride Copeland. Copeland off the right side of the line, cuts it back, cuts it up the field now to the 45, and he's getting his O-line to push him forward. He's not down yet near the midfield logo, and then he's finally taken down, but it's going to be a gain of 12 for Copeland. Peyton Copeland carrying defenders, got some help from his O-line with some extra push there for the extra 2 yards. It'll be first down and 10, and now, and sadly we've got an injured player down for Chisago Lakes. So an injury there. Looks like number 23, Zachary Karst. And we will hope and pray that he's all right and that it is maybe just a stinger or a cramp. We'll see if he gets up quickly. So it looks like he is still down. So tell you what, we're going to go with a quick 30-second break, and then we'll see if we can come back and see if he's up and at it.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
This time the carry goes to Knox Andrews off the left sideline. He is gone! Knox Andrews with the carry goes 49 yards for the Cambridge-Isanti touchdown! And that will put the Blue Jackets on top 6-0. Knox Andrews on the sweep left. Just using the pure speed to get by the defender that time. 49 yards and the touchdown to put the Jackets on top. Again, it is Tackle Cancer game here tonight, so you see a lot of pink. You see some of the streamers and the smoke in the air for the game. Looking to kick in the PAT is Mason McKinnon. So McKinnon will get ready for the PAT. Snap, spot, down, kick is up, and it is good. Kick is good, and the Blue Jackets are up 7-0 early with only 10:32 to go in the first quarter. And on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Jackets strike first. Embrace Orthodontics, 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Well, it didn't take long, 4 plays and a touchdown. That's all it took for Cambridge-Isanti to get downfield, but it was really helped by 2 big runs from Copeland, and then Andrews finished it off with that 49-yard sprint to the end zone. Cambridge will kick it off now. Back to return is Reese Nasvik and Carter Anderson for the Wildcats. And again, Mason McKinnon setting up to boot it away. And McKinnon gets the whistle. And there's the boot. It'll wind up towards Nasvik. Nasvik takes it in at the 15 to the 20, cuts it outside at the 25, and then he's wrapped up hard just beyond the 25. So Kellen Meisner and company will come out for their first drive on offense. 27, it looks like, where the ball will be set down. So Meisner and company will head on out to the field for their first drive of the afternoon. Again, big emphasis this evening for Chisago Lakes was holding on to the ball and capitalizing if they can create a turnover or two. It'll be a gun formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left for Meisner. Man in motion right to left. They'll give up the middle. No, Meisner will keep it himself. He takes 1 defender and then another before he's taken down after a gain of about 2. And Oliver with the stop. And it's 2nd and 8 for Chisago Lakes. Meisner to be favoring that arm a little bit. Now, he's healthy this year. He wasn't healthy all last year. And they were really happy to have him healthy, but obviously you don't like to see him grimacing at all. In the backfield with him now, I believe, is 21. Is that Wyatt Vitalis? So gun again. And more of a pistol. And that's going to be a flag. And a false start on Chisago Lakes. So back him up 5 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down and 13.
It was a false start, 5-yard walk-off, ball back at the 29 yards. 29 yards. 24, sorry.
So the Wildcats get out of their huddle. Now 2nd and long. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds to snap the ball. 3, 2, and 1, and they do just get it off in time. Meisner will hold on to it himself. It's a little bit of a speed option, and taken down. No, he kept himself up, broke off a tackle, but then taken down at the 22-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the carry. That time was number 23, Zachary Karst. So the speed option there goes -2. And it's 3rd and 15 now for the Wildcats. Under 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Blue Jackets getting after these ball carriers quickly. They're getting a lot of push up front, too. They'll send a man out wide right. They'll have another man out left. 10 on either side. 2 running backs in the backfield. Meisner will take the snap. He'll roll out to his right. He's looking now. He's got to roll even further. He's in trouble. Looking, trying to get it to an open receiver. Not going to get there, and this could be intentional grounding. There was really no one there, and that's questionable if he got it past the line of scrimmage. No flag down, so it looks like he did not get it past the line of scrimmage, or he did get it, past the line of scrimmage, and that'll make it 4th down. Nothing to do there for Meisner, and he was under a lot of pressure, just wound up getting rid of it while he's being hit. And it'll be a punt formation here for the Wildcats. Can't tell who's back deep to return. My eyes are terrible. I think possibly Knox Andrews. It's a single digit, I know that. So the Wildcats will punt this one away. It's a nice punt. And it's going to bounce at the 40, roll inside to the 35-yard line. And Jackson Zebarth will just let it go. So that will do it for that drive for Chisago Lakes, and Cambridge-Isanti getting ready for theirs. First quarter, 8:10 left to go, 7-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Blue Jackets getting set for their second possession of the first quarter. You know, last week I was in a game where we saw only a possession each going in one quarter, so already moving a little bit quicker. McKinnon and Zebarth will be wide left in the formation for Cambridge-Isanti. Copeland behind the quarterback, Solomonson. Going back on the right side along with the tight end. They'll move him in motion. That's Andrews. They'll take the snap, toss wide right here, or left rather, to Copeland, and he is going nowhere on that one. Maybe a yard. They will give him a yard, but that is it. Great job and great swarming to the ball carrier there in on the stop. And getting there first was Brody Sogard, making the stop, and then the rest of his teammates got there. So gain of 1 up to the 36-yard line for Copeland. Same formation as the previous play. Copeland behind Solomonson. Solomonson will take the snap. Again, give to Copeland. Copeland up the middle, trying to make a move. Cuts it back to the left. Grinding forward up near the 45. He'll be spotted, looks like, at the 43, so just short. So a gain of 7 for Copeland. And oh no, another injury. This time it's Matthew Raboyne. It'll be 3rd and 2, but unfortunately an injury, and that'll cause a timeout. So we'll take a commercial break and be back afterward from our sponsors. Nope, looks like he's up, so we're actually going to stay here. So that was Matthew Raboyne, who is up under his own power. Looks like just a quick stinger. They are kind of holding that left arm. Hopefully it's, again, just a stinger, and he's all right. So he'll walk off under his own power, which is great to see. Meanwhile, the Blue Jackets will get the call in there. And they're huddled around the 35-yard line. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line on that last carry from Copeland, a gain of 7. 3rd down and 2 for the Blue Jackets. Wildcat student section trying to get loud. Copeland on the left side of Solomonson. 2 receivers left. They'll go to Andrews again. It'll be a reverse to Zebarth. Zebarth's got a lot of room on the right side of the field. To the 40, 35, 30. He's gone! Jackson Zebarth on the reverse goes, the distance. 57 yards for Jackson Zebarth. And it's another score for the Blue Jackets. All that time for the Wildcats, just not staying home by the linebackers and corners. They went with the ball carrier, and by the time they unfortunately got back out there, the speed of Zebarth was just too much for them to get to, and he was off to the races, and that's a race he's going to win. McKinnon lines up for the PAT. Snap, spot down, kick up, and it is good. Blue Jackets will take the 14-0 lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard with 6:53 left in the first quarter.
Here to help you protect your dreams with award-winning insurance and best-in-class customer.
This one goes 3 plays and then a touchdown. On 3rd and 2, they went with the reverse. That can be that can be one that can work against you, but they got, first of all, got great motion on that one. And Knox Andrews, with his speed, forced the defense to rotate his way. But then the reverse, I mean, great job for him to get around the edge of Zebarth, and he was off to. And again, that's a race he's going to win 10 out of 10 times. So Cambridge-Isanti on top, 14-0 over the Wildcats of Chisago Lakes. He'll get set to kick it off. Looks like our new returner will be Luke Leadholm, as well as Carter Anderson for the Wildcats. McKinnon will get set to boot it away, and here is that boot. And it's going to be a wobbler and be bouncing, and oh, he missed it. It's going to roll past the 10 to the 5, and that's where he picks it up, and he's trying to break off of one, cannot break off. No, that's a little bit too high on the tackle. They're going to probably get him for a face mask. And Mac Karpenko, they did recover a fumble, but I think the penalty is going to erase that. We'll see. So this more than likely going to be a face mask. Yeah.
Defense number 6, 15 yards from the start of the foul, and first down.
So it is a face mask there on Cambridge-Isanti. And it looks like that fumble may not have been a fumble anyways. So because of the 15-yard penalty, ball moves up to the 25-yard line. They would have had him set back at the 10 beside the penalty. So that does move him up to the 25. But on that first drive for Chisago Lakes, I mean, this defense for Cambridge-Isanti allowed them nothing. So, Meisner in the gun. Two wing backs. He'll fake the give. He'll keep it himself up the middle. Grinds forward past the 30 to the 31, and a gain of 6 for Meisner. Estrada with the tackle for Cambridge-Isanti. And it'll be 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4 now as Meisner gets the call in from number 2. That's Carter Anderson. Again, in the pistol wing back, receiver out wide right is Carter Anderson. Meisner readies, takes the snap. He's going to throw, wanted to go to Anderson, has to roll out. Now he's going to hold on to it. He gets past the 35, rolls forward to the 40. Ball is out, and it is recovered by Cambridge-Isanti's Grant Oliver, and it is a fumble, and Cambridge-Isanti's going to have the ball back. Grant Oliver recovered the fumble there, and Meisner just a little too careless with the ball that time. Will give the ball back to Cambridge-Isanti, and in good field position. Still 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Solomonson has 3 receivers in the formation, 2 right, 1 right. Copeland will stand back and try and block. Solomonson's going to roll out of the pocket. Now deliver a pass on the far side to Knox Andrews. He goes backwards again, and, well, he could have had a first down had he just kind of stepped forward and run through the defender, but instead steps backwards, and he'll get tackled at the 29, so it won't be a first down pickup, but it will be a pickup of 9.
29-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Blue Jackets.
So he made the move to get past the defender, but unfortunately it kind of actually hurt him a little bit because it set him back a yard, and actually where he caught the ball was right at the first down marker, so maybe lost a yard on the move to try and get around defenders. They will have, looks to be 3 receivers in the formation, 2 right, 1 left, and now we're going to get well, you got a whistle, and it looks like Zebarth is going to leave the field. Maybe some sort of equipment issue. So checking in for him will be Simeon Porta, excuse me. Porta will go to the right side, gets the call from Solomonson. Copeland to the left of Solomonson, tight end left as well. They'll fake to give to Copeland. They're going to throw to the tight end, number 9. Oh, what a grab! He had to go behind him, but he makes the catch, and he's down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 10 that time for Devin Olson.
1st and 10, ball on the 14-yard line.
Gain of 10 for the tight end Olson. And Cambridge-Isanti getting the call. Looks like Zebarth is back in. Yeah, it must have just been an equipment issue. So he's back in right away. Ball spotted at the 19 on the far side, close to the hash marks. Solomson sends a man in motion right to left. They'll give it to Zebarth. Zebarth going to try and go around the defenders. He's got some room and diving towards the end zone. They're going to say he stepped out at the 1. So they're going to say out at the 1 after a 13-yard gain. Tried to dive and reach that football out, but they say he stepped out at the 1, and there is a flag down late. Oh. Going to get a blindside block, which will erase the 13-yard gain from Zebarth. Yeah, you can't, if you're upfield and you're coming back to block, that's illegal. So that's usually the blindside block call. So that's unfortunate. That'll push him back to the 20. It'll be 1st and plus. Receiver out wide right, 1 left. Tight end on each side of the formation. Copeland to the right of Solomonson. Solomonson takes the snap, gives to Andrews. Andrews will take it off the right side of the line. A jet sweep, breaks off of 1 tackle. He's still moving the legs, and he's taken down swiftly up at the 9. So gain of 7. Cole Stilp with the tackle there for Chisago Lakes. Gain of 7 for Andrews. Ball will be spotted on the far hash mark now. 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends left. Actually, tight end and then Andrews there. Takes the snap. He'll give to Copeland. Copeland running through a defender, grinding the legs, still going forward, and he'll fall to the about the 7. Gain of 2. Meisner on the stop that time for the Wildcats. It will be 3rd and short. 3rd and medium short. Short medium. 3 receivers in the formation. 3 right. They'll actually have Andrews right as well. Tight end left. Copeland behind Solomonson. He'll take the snap. He'll roll right. We got a flag and a false start. No, they're going to get offsides on Chisago Lakes. Well, that's going to help because that'll make it 1st down and goal. Cambridge-Isanti. Oh. Well, they signaled. Interesting. So it is a false start, but the far side judge signaled on Chisago Lake's side. And that'll be 5 yards backwards for Cambridge-Isanti. Either way, 3rd and now a little bit more medium. And another false start. I think they're going to get Andrews on the far side. I think Andrews left a tad early. Yep. Another false start there for Cambridge-Isanti. Andrews left just early. I mean, just right before that snap came, he left. So now back it up even further, and it's 3rd and long. So what was a 3rd and short winds up being now a 3rd and long. 2 consecutive false start penalties. 2 receivers right, 1 left for Cambridge-Isanti. Tight end left as well. Solomonson will take the snap. He'll throw it and tried to get it there to McKinnon, but it was behind him, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th down now for Cambridge-Isanti, and we will see what they decide to do. And it looks like they might go for a field goal here. So Mason McKinnon getting the kicking tee and bringing it out to his holder. That will be the quarterback, Solomonson. So Cambridge-Isanti will line up to go for a field goal. Ball will be snapped to the 25. It's a 35-yard field goal. Kick is up. It's a line drive, and it's not going to get there. And it will be no good.
Unsuccessful. It'll be a turnover, and
so it'll be a turnover after the missed field goal opportunity from 35 yards out from Mason McKinnon. And the Wildcats will start, what I believe is at the 25. So the Wildcats keep them off the board on one of their drives, although unfortunately for them, Cambridge-Isanti kind of kept themselves off the board.
So the ball is at the 20-yard line. Sorry. High school rules are different.
Ball will be spotted at the 20. PA announcer lets us know high school rules are different. I was also thinking it was at the 25, but yes, like he said, the school rules tad different. 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Blue Jackets lead over the Wildcats 14-0. Meisner in the gun. 2 receivers. Oh, more of a wing back. Meisner will hold on to it, then he'll toss it late to his running back. He's got some room out there to the 25 rather, before he's wrapped up and taken down. Zach Karst will take it to the 25-yard line. It will be a gain of 5. Westfall with the stop for Cambridge-Isanti. And it's 2nd and 5. So Chisago Lake's trying to move the ball here before the end of the first quarter and put a good drive together going into the second. Meisner and company coming to the line. Receiver out wide to the right here. That's going to be number 3, Jacob Strand. Meisner will take the snap, and he will give it up the middle. This time breaking through tackles. He's got a lot of room, and he could be gone. 50, 45, 40, caught from behind near the 35, but that's a big gain that time for Diesel Lundeen. What a name for a running back. Diesel Lundeen from the 25 to the 36. Gain of 39 yards for Diesel Lundeen. Diesel Lundin broke a couple tackles, and we're going to get a flag, and that's going to be offsides on Cambridge-Isanti. So another flag here for Cambridge-Isanti. This time it's offsides, and that is their already 6th penalty of the evening. It'll be 1st and 5, Chisago Lakes, and they've all of a sudden got a drive together with a minute to go in quarter number 1. Thanks to a Diesel Lundin 39-yard scamper, running through some defenders. Didn't have the speed to completely take it all the way, but, man, he showed the power there. Meisner under a ton of pressure, gets away from it, gets a block upfield, breaks a tackle, now at the 20, runs over a man inside the 10 where it'll be pushed out of bounds. But my goodness, what a run from Kellen Meisner. He'll be right at the 10 is where they'll spot him.
Right at the 10-yard line. So that'll make it 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
So 21 yards there for Meisner. And it will be 1st and goal, it looks like. Oh, and they're going to get Lundin. That's going to be false start. And Meisner turns around, unsure of what happened. But, yeah, Lundin took a step, and that is a false start.
We'll make it 1st down and 15 to go for the Wildcats. Ball at the 15. Not 15 yards to go. 15 to the goal line. 1st and goal.
So, false start penalty on the Wildcats. Their 2nd of the inning. 42 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And late in this first quarter, the Wildcats have put together a drive. Meisner nearly got Cambridge-Isanti to jump, but he gets back on side, and I don't think he ever crossed. And now they'll toss it out wide right, trying to cut it upfield. He's going more horizontal than he is vertical, and that is Nasvik, who is pushed out at the 11 maybe? Gain of 4. So a gain of 4 there for Nasvik. It'll be 2nd down and goal now from the 11. 20 seconds to go. We'll see if Chisago Lakes gets off a play. And looks like they just might run out the clock here in the first quarter. So it looks like the Wildcats will be satisfied to go into quarter number 2 with this drive that they've got going. And flip the field. And they'll head down to the north end zone. So that's going to do it for quarter number 1 here on Q Media Sports YouTube. The Blue Jackets lead on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard 14-0. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Plus, they have 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and right here in Cambridge. Back after word from our fine sponsors here on Q Media Sports YouTube.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Back here on Q Media Sports YouTube. Not on the radio tonight. Got other games, other good games that are on the radio. But second quarter on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Blue Jackets lead the Wildcats 14-0, but the Wildcats have put together a drive at the end there, and it was sparked by a Diesel Lundin 39-yard run, but he also had a false start penalty as well, so helped out the Blue Jackets there. So as we get started, it'll be 2nd and goal for the Wildcats at the 11-yard line. 3 receivers and 4 receivers out wide, 2 on each side. Diesel Lundin behind Meisner. He'll fake the give to Lundin. He's got some room to run, takes it outside to the left, trying to run over a man at the 5 before he's taken down right at the 5. And that'll be a gain of 6 for Kellen Meisner. And now it'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. So the Wildcats trying to put their first points on the board here tonight and cut into that Blue Jacket lead. Play comes in from the sideline. They'll go again, 4 wide, 2 on each side. Lundin, the running back behind Meisner. In the gun, Meisner Takes the snap. He'll roll. He's got nowhere to go. Finds a man. He's caught it at the 1. Reaches it across. He is in. Touchdown, but there's a flag in the backfield. This could be coming back. It's a touchdown pass to Zach Karst, but the flag could push this back. We'll see. Wildcats seem like it's going to be on Blue Jackets. Ooh. So penalty is declined. It was a personal foul declined, so it is going to be a touchdown pass from Meisner to Karst from 5 yards out. Well, the Wildcats get on the board with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Meisner to Karst, and now they'll set up for the PAT. Snap, spot down, kick is up, and it is good. PAT kicked by Owen Morley, and that will get the Wildcats on the board for the first time here tonight. It's 14-7. Wildcats get in on the board, but Cambridge-Isanti still leads on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. So Cambridge-Isanti will now look to answer the touchdown from Chisago Lakes with one of their own. They got off to a hot start. First 2 possessions took 7 plays total. They got 14 points off of it, and thanks in large part due to 2 massive runs. The first one was from Knox Andrews, a 49-yard touchdown. Then Jackson Zebarth from 57 yards out. He later had a 13-yard run that was erased by a penalty. And Wildcats will line up to kick it away. Owen Morley will be the kicker. And the Blue Jackets will get set to return. Looks like it will be Copeland and Zebarth going back deep to return. So Zebarth and Copeland back deep for Cambridge-Isanti. Ball spotted on the near hash on the 40 for Chisago Lakes. Morley with the boot. And it will be Copeland who will take it in inside the 10 to the 15-20. Cuts it out at the 20 to the 25. Wrapped up just past the 25 at about the 27. And that's where the Blue Jackets drive will start with 11:07 to go in quarter number 2. And here come the Blue Jackets on offense again. Solomonson will lead his team out. Again, have been running the ball very well so far, well over 100 yards already. Solomonson is 2 for 3 with 19 yards. As we start this drive, this is their 4th drive of the game. Solomonson has 3 receivers out wide, 2 right, 1 left. It'll be more of a screen here to Andrews. Andrews starts back past the 25, then gets up past the man at the 30, rolling forward to about the 31, and it's a gain of 4 to Knox Andrews. Or excuse me, a gain of 9, because I'm smart. Gain of 9 there for Andrews on the screen. We'll line up in the same formation. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end on the right side as well. Copeland behind. Quarterback Solomonson. He takes the give, and he is wrapped up at the 35. Nowhere to go, and the stop that time made by Malachi George. And George with a big stop that time. And they'll lose a yard on the carry from Copeland. So 3rd and close to 3 here for the Blue Jackets. Solomonson coming to the sideline. And looks like they will line up with Copeland as the Wildcat quarterback. So now in the Wildcat, they'll give it to Copeland. Copeland starts behind the line, cuts it up the field at the 35-40, breaks off a tackle to the 45, cuts it out left wide past the hash marks, and he is ran out of bounds at the Wildcats' 43-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Blue Jackets. Looks like the ball's being spotted at the
22-yard gain for Peyton Copeland in the Wildcat, and they push themselves onto the Wildcat side of the 50 at the 43. So new set of downs for Cambridge-Isanti, and they'll go with that. Appears to be Wildcat look again. It'll be this time, a different running back. He has to get on top of it. Nearly coughed it up. That time the ball carrier, Brody Estrada. So loss of 5 there for Estrada. He didn't look that ball all the way in. He was worried about getting around that edge and cutting upfield, but yeah, he lost it. Hop back on top of it, luckily, but they do lose a good chunk. It'll be 2nd and long now for Cambridge-Isanti. They will again line up in that almost wishbone Wildcat. They'll go with Copeland this time. Copeland makes the grab. He holds on, pushes over his own man, then grinds forward past the 45, back to about the original line of scrimmage. So gain of 4 there. Sensky makes the stop for Chisago Lakes, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now for Cambridge-Isanti. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Same formation. They'll line up with a lineman in the backfield as another blocker. But it's Copeland and Estrada back there. Snap is to Copeland. They'll reverse to Andrews. Andrews has some room. Breaks the tackle at the 40, then wrapped up and swung down hard inside the 40. That's William Natz with the tackle. Gain of about 5 for Andrews on the reverse. So 4th down and 5. 4th and medium here for Cambridge-Isanti. Let's see what they try and do. Andrews and Estrada, Copeland and Estrada back there. See if they go with that kind of play again. They will. Copeland this time, though, going to look to pass. He's got a man wide open. It's his tight end, and he's gone. Touchdown, Blue Jackets. Devin Olson from 38 yards out. And Peyton Copeland does it all. Copeland with the 39-yard passing touchdown. Put his team ahead now 20-7. Mason McKinnon will line up for the PAT. Snap, spot down, kick up, and it is good.
And the after-point kick is good.
21-7, and on 4th and 5, the Blue Jackets go with a little bit of trickery there. Copeland gets the snap and then throws it to his tight end, Devin Olson, who was wide open, had nothing but green grass in front of him. Takes it in for the touchdown. 3 out of their 4 possessions here in the first half have gone for touchdowns for Cambridge-Isanti. And with 7:40 left to go in this first half, the Blue Jackets up by 14 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Of course, they will leave you with a smile you will embrace forever. Embrace Orthodontics has that brand new location here in Cambridge. If you're traveling west on 95, it's right in between the Caribou and Starbucks on the north side of the road. Beautiful, brand new, beautiful location. So we're getting set to kick it away as the Wildcats set to receive. Looks like it will be Nasvik and Anderson back deep to return for the green and whites. Blue Jackets, Mason McKinnon will line up to boot it away. And McKinnon gets the whistle. Here's the boot. This one going to come up a little bit shorter. Anderson will take it in at the 15. Cutting it up at the 25. Got some room to run, and then he's wrapped up quickly at about the 35. Like, still getting pushed forward, and he's going to go even further to about the, just past the 35. We'll see where they officially spot him. 37-yard line is where they'll officially spot it, so not a bad return there for Anderson. And the Wildcats will begin their 4th possession of the first half. 7.5 minutes exactly to go in this second quarter. Meisner will line up with the running back behind him. I believe that's Diesel. Diesel will get the carry up the middle. Trying to carry defender forward, but not much doing that time for Diesel Lundeen. No gain. Grant Oliver with the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as that clock continues to roll. Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage. Receiver out wide left here. And then kind of the wing formation with Pistol, Meisner, with Lundeen behind him. It's going to be a counter, and this give to Nasvik. Nasvik making a move at the 40, then cutting it up the field and being taken down near the 45. It's a nice run there for Nasvik. They'll actually spot him at the 46-yard line, excuse me. It's a gain of 9 that time for Nasvik. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats. Receiver out wide right. At wing back, pistol formation. We've seen that similar formation with Hipping last week against Pine City. Meisner trying to go with the hard count. Cambridge does not jump. And they'll send a man in motion. It's a counter the other way, and just that one was just not cleanly executed there. And on the carry was Zach Karst, and he might have lost a yard or two. So now it's 4th down and 2 for Chisago Lakes, and decision time here. Do you punt it away and make a long field for Cambridge-Isanti, or are you going to try and go for it and keep this drive alive? We'll see what they decide to do. 5:45 to go. 4th down and 2, ball on their own 45-yard line. They will come up and look to go for it. We'll see if they go with the hard count first and then go. Pistol wing. Receiver out wide left. No, they're just going to go with Diesel Lundeen right up the middle. Nothing doing. He falls forward for maybe a yard, but it's not even going to be close to enough. It is going to be a turnover on downs. So a yard for Lundeen, but that was it. He was stuffed, and the Blue Jackets will get the ball back. So the Blue Jackets come out for their 5th possession, and 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. They look to add on to their 14-point lead. Three receivers out wide in the formation, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Tight end looks to be on the right as well. Solomonson takes the snap. He looks. He'll throw it on the near side. Zebarth at the 45 to the 40. Cuts it out wide to the 40. 35, 30. He is gone. Jackson Zebarth, 1 play, touchdown on the receiver screen from his quarterback, Lake Solomonson. It's a 46-yard touchdown catch and run for Jackson Zebarth. 46 yards in the touchdown there, and they make quick work of that drive. 1 play, 46 yards, touchdown. 27-7. That took about 10 seconds. Again, we'll line up for the PAT. Snap spot. It is up, and the kick is good. 28-7, and the Blue Jackets extend their lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. You can find out more at embracemn.com. 1 play, touchdown for Cambridge-Isanti. And you can't make it look much easier than that. A 28-7 lead. Don't forget, at halftime, we will have an interview with our pregame sponsor. Here's the pitch owner, Jan Bernier. Stay tuned for that interview coming up, again, at halftime. That'll be our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. McKinnon will get set to kick it away on another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. And here's the boot. And it'll be taken in by Nasvik. inside the 15, trying to cut his way out. He gets to the outside at the 35, got some room at the 40, to the 45, 50, tries to cut it back at the 45, still going forward, and then he's wrapped up out of bounds near the 40 of Cambridge-Isanti. What a return there for Anderson it was, not Nasvik, it was Anderson. So Carter Anderson with a good return to the Blue Jacket. Looks to be 43, 44 maybe? We'll see where they officially spot him. Looks like it will be the 42 of Cambridge-Isanti. Best starting field position on the night for Chisago Lakes. And now can they put another drive together here and get back on the board before the end of the half? Two receivers split out wide, one on each side. Wing back formation. They'll get a Vitalis in behind Meisner. Motion man is Nasvik. Meisner breaks off of one tackle. He'll pitch it backwards to Nasvik. Nasvik cutting up the field. He's wrapped up quickly by Andrews and swung down at about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Second down for the Wildcats, and the ball is being spotted at the 30.
So 2nd and 5.
Looks like 2nd and 5 to go.
Good run there for Nasvik, but Andrews, quickly got him wrapped up and swung him down to not allow him anything more. Same formation as the last play. Vitalis back behind Meisner. Meisner will take it himself up the middle, trying to grind forward while he carried a couple defenders, but he's only going to get 2 to the 35, and it's 3rd and 3. Olsen on the stop for Cambridge-Isanti. 3rd and 3 now for Chisago Lakes. And the run game's starting to come alive a little bit here, but again, they're trying to run some counters back and forth, even a little bit of a reverse, but it's looking like the defensive line for Cambridge-Isanti is just barreling through that offensive line, and they're just not getting enough time to run these longer setup plays. Meisner will take the snap. He'll look to pass. He's under pressure. He is sacked. The ball's out, and it is a fumble picked up by Cambridge-Isanti. He is gone. Sack, fumble, recovery there by 37, Griffin Kostecka. And he takes it all the way back for a 65-yard touchdown. Wow, what a change. Griffin Kostecka. That'll make it 34-7. Well, all of a sudden, it looked like Chisago Lakes was kind of getting some momentum, and then a sack there, and the fumble recovery by Griffin Kostecka. Man in late for Cambridge-Isanti. And now they've got too many men. So flag there on Cambridge-Isanti. That is the second turnover on Chisago Lakes tonight. But meanwhile, this PAT will move back a couple yards, and the snap down spot, and it is still good by Mason McKinnon. So 35-7 after that sack, forced fumble, and recovery by Griffin Kostecka. Wow. And like I said, Chisago Lakes looked like they were getting a little bit of something together, but all of a sudden that turned quickly. Impressive play for Cambridge-Isanti. As McKinnon will get set for the kickoff. And McKinnon ready, just awaiting the signal. And here's the boot. This is down, and it's misplayed. It's going to roll all the way back towards the 10, then picked up there, and he's not going to get far at all. He'll maybe get to the 20, 21-yard line. That time on the return was number 5. And Chisago Lakes will take over on offense at the 20.5. So now another possession here for Chisago Lakes. Meisner in that same formation, one receiver out wide left. They'll get a man in motion. Meisner will take it, fakes the speed option, taking up the field himself, and then gets wrapped up and thrown down up near the 30. We've got a flag down somewhere. Whoa, in the defensive backfield almost. Let's see what this is. We're going to get another face mask call here for Cambridge-Isanti. They have had too many penalties here in this first half. And the ball will be spotted at the 43 after the decent gain from Meisner. So now at the 43 on their own side of the 50. Meisner, receiver out wide left. In the wing back, he'll fake the give. Now looking to pass, going to step up. He's got all the room to run to the 50, trying to get to the sideline, and he's pushed out near the 45 as he rolls out of bounds. And this will be a new set of downs for Chisago Lakes on the gain of 12 from Meisner.
First down for the Wildcats. Ball being spotted at the Blue Jackets 45.
Meisner on the gain of 12. New set of downs for the Wildcats at the Cambridge-Isanti 45-yard line. Meisner will have two backs behind him. He'll have two receivers out wide right, tight end on the left side. Meisner will take the snap. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Just a bit high for his receiver, and his intended receiver that time was Jacob Grabeau. So incomplete there. And my goodness, we're going to get a roughing the passer call now on Cambridge-Isanti. My goodness. 9 penalties so far in this first half. They did have one that was declined by Chisago Lakes, so 10 called, 9 accepted, and not what you want to have if you're head coach Ben Geisler. So ball now spotted at the Cambridge-Isanti 30 for Meisner and company. Got some help with a couple penalties. Meisner will take the snap. He'll roll out. No, he's going to step up in the pocket to the 30. Breaks off a tackle and then swung down at about the 27. That time by Devin Olson. 2:35 to go in the first half. Pickup of 2 that time from Meisner. And we get a whistle and a timeout called here by Chisago Lakes. That'll be their first. And while they take one, we'll take one as well. You're listening to Football here on Q Media Sports YouTube.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Back here on Q Media Sports YouTube, Ethan Game Day Gilman out here at George Larson Field in Cambridge for this game. We had a sack last drive. Grant Oliver got the sack, and it was picked up by Griffin Kosteka for the 65-yard fumble recovery touchdown on the last possession from Chisago Lakes. So far, a little bit better for Chisago Lakes, although they have had some penalties that have helped them get this far. They're hoping to put it together their offense a little bit more as Meisner will set up and nearly got Cambridge-Isanti to get off sides, but they'll stay. And now the give to Lundeen. Lundeen up the middle, got a lot of room to run before he's slammed down, and that's going to be targeting. That'll be targeting by the safety back there. He came in and hit, unfortunately, the running back, and you can't really blame the young man. He's coming in to make a stop, and he's coming in, like a bullet train, but unfortunately the runner had his head down, and they collided, and that's unfortunately probably going to be the call. It was a good run anyways, but yep. Ah, man. Well, it was a good run there by Diesel Lundeen. But it's going to be helped out again because of the penalty on the defensive back for targeting. So it'll be first down and goal with that ball spotted at the 9-yard line. Meisner and company with 2:05 to go here in the first half. 4 receivers in the formation, 2 out wide on each side. Lundeen, the back, and Meisner going backwards. Great job there by the defender, Griffin Kosteka again, who makes the stop. Takes him down for a loss of 2. And it'll be second down and goal from the 11 with under 2 minutes to go, on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Remember, coming up at half, we'll have a interview with the Here's the Pitch owner, Jan Bernier, in our Holland's Auto Body and Glass halftime. Coming up in about 2 or so minutes with the time stoppage, if there is any. 4 receivers in the formation, 2 on each side. Lundeen, the back behind Meisner. Meisner will take the snap. He'll look to throw. He's got nowhere to go. Nearly ripped down and trying to crawl, but that's Grant Oliver again. Wreaking havoc in the backfield. It's Grant Oliver. Got the strip sack last drive. This time he'll take him down back at the 18-yard line.
Loss on the play, so that's a sack. That'll make it third down.
So -7 on the sack. Clock runs. Timeout.
Like 15 to go.
Well, both teams are going to their sideline. Looks like we did get a timeout call. Possibly, maybe? Oh, looks like we did. Timeout call by one of these teams, and while we take a break, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Pine Technical and Community College is turning 60. Are you an alumni or friend of the college? Join us for an all-class reunion and the grand opening of our brand new Tech and Trades Labs, Friday, October 10th. Reconnect with classmates, explore state-of-the-art learning spaces, and celebrate 6 decades of changing lives in our community. Mark your calendar, Thursday, October 10th in PTCC's brand new Automotive Lab. Details and RSVP at pine.edu/60 years. See you there. Back here on Q Media. Back here on Q Media Sports YouTube. Just got information from one of the Cambridge-Isanti coaches. They did move the clock back now to 1:07. So there will be an extra few seconds put back on because of the clock that ran a little bit. And, oh, no, more problems for Chisago Lakes. False start there. That one going to be on the lineman Aiden Shepik. Shepik moved early on the offensive line, and that'll set him back even further now. 5 more yards. You know, they've had only 3 penalties, but all 3 have been false starts. So Chisago Lakes shooting themselves in the foot, now back at the 23-yard line, and it's 3rd and goal from the 23. So 3rd and a country mile now. Receiver out wide right. Pistol wing. Running back is Diesel Lundeen. Meisner and company will maybe just try and line this one up for a easier field goal attempt, but that's not going to happen. A high snap, and Nazvik just trying to do all he can to try and get forward, and he's not going to get much of anywhere as that ball was well high on the snap, and they'll be pushed back all the way to the 41-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
That's a turnover on down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jackets. Ball at the Blue Jacket 41-yard line. Timeout on the field.
Cambridge calls timeout. They had 3rd down on the board, and they're saying turnover on downs. I'm not quite, that wasn't 4th, was it? unless the board and the first down marker was wrong, which is very possible, but that is interesting. It looks like it is a turnover on down, so it's possible the scoreboard and the down marker may have been wrong. Both of them said third. I thought it was third. We might not have just been paying close enough attention. So fourth down it was, I guess, and it will be Cambridge-Isanti ball at the 41? No, I think it's still fourth. Yeah, so it is fourth. Yeah, okay. So it's fourth down now, and it's 55 seconds to go. It's a little bit of confusion all over the place, but it is fourth down, and Wildcats, well, they're going to line up to go for it, I guess. I think a punt would be a better idea here. Otherwise, you're setting Cambridge-Isanti up in good field position. They've been scoring quickly, too. They'll bring the blitz. Meisner's got nowhere to go. He's wrapped up again back at the nearly 45, this time by Gus Knowlton. Wow.
That is now the turnover on downs, making it 1st and 10 for the Blue Jackets.
Gus Knowlton with a sack here in the first half. Loss of another, 3 yards on the sack? So now Cambridge-Isanti will take over on their own 44-yard line. This their 6th possession of the first half. 35-7 they lead. 50 seconds to go. We know how quickly they can score. They're going to try and score one more before half. And, well, before that, we're going to get a timeout. This will be their 3rd and final of the first half, so we'll take a 30-second break here on Q Media Sports YouTube.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W Root Beer Freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on Q Media Sports YouTube. Game day coming out here at George Larson Field in Cambridge, Minnesota, where the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets are hosting the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. 35-7, the Blue Jackets up on that scoreboard, Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you, and if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. So they'll line up in the gun, 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Running back Copeland to the right. Now man in motion, right to left is Andrews. He'll take the snap. Will Salmonson, he'll look to go deep. He's got a man. It's going to come up short and nearly intercepted, but it's incomplete. Great job there by Jackson Zebarth playing defense that time. And good defense there by Mac Karpenko. So that one will fall incomplete. And they'll get another chance out of here. 44 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. So again, in the gun, 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Solomonson will take the snap, looking to his left. He'll throw it short to Copeland. Copeland comes back for the catch. Cutting it out wide to the 50-45. Running over a man at the 40, inside the 40 to the 35.
1st and 10 for the Blue Jackets.
Ball will be spotted at the 33.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
23 yards on that one. Cambridge-Isanti will take a timeout. That'll be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1. Because Copeland came down inbounds, that clock began to run. So 23 seconds left. Cambridge-Isanti into Wildcat territory already after 2 plays rather. The incompletion and then the pass to Copeland, who did a really smart job and came back to the ball, turned it upfield on that far sideline, ran over a man to get forward into the 35 with may have spotted the ball back a little bit at the 36. So from the 44 to the 36. That's 18 yards, so a little bit different than what we had. So out of the timeout. Same formation, man in motion left to right is Andrews. Solomonson will take the snap. He'll look. He's got a man. That's Andrews going up for it. Coming down with it in traffic at the 20. Andrews with the 16-yard catch. At the 20 now. Clock rolling. 14, 13, and 12. And they will spike it. Will Solomonson. I know some stats will show that as an incompletion. I don't count a spike as an incompletion. So we're not going to call it an incompletion. We're just going to call it a spike. So a great catch there by Andrews, just positioning his body in front of the defender. That's what you're taught to do when you're making that sort of play. And he did a good job not only to make the catch, concentrate, and hold on to it, but then also to fall forward for an extra yard or two. Solomonson and company will line up. Receivers left, one right. Solomonson takes the snap. He'll roll right a little bit. Trying to chuck it towards the end zone for Andrews. It is incomplete. Andrews was there, but so was the Wildcat defender. So that is going to be incomplete. 3 seconds to go. It's going to be third down at the 20 for Cambridge-Isanti. 3 seconds to go. May they bring on the field goal unit? They will. So they'll look to go for a field goal. It'll be a field goal kick of about 42 yards for McKinnon. Snap, spot down. Kick is up, on the way. No good. And it will come up short. And that will do it for the first half of play. The Blue Jackets all over the Wildcats right now at halftime. It is 35-7, but now we're going to head into our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime here on Q Media Sports YouTube. Hones Wright Mora has state-of-the-art facilities and 44-plus years of experience getting vehicles back on the road. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here for the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show on Q Media Sports YouTube.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
October is Minnesota Manufacturing Month. The Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association wants to say thank you to all the manufacturing employees and companies. Without you, we would not have a lot of the products we enjoy using every day. Join us at one of our tours of area manufacturers. Tours available this year will be held at Felling Trailers, Brenny Transportation, and New Flyer. Tours feature both in-person and private tours. Learn how to register or attend at cmmaworks.org. That's cmmaworks.org. This message is brought to you by the Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association and bronze sponsors Falcon National Bank, DeZurich, KCED, Meadowcraft, Manufacturers Alliance, and the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry. More information available at cmmaworks.org.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Men's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Men's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Now, it's time for the Q Media Sports Halftime Show, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action coming up.
And we're back here on Q Media Sports YouTube. The score here at halftime, 35-7. Blue Jackets up over the Wildcats. Meanwhile, got some scores from around the area. Aiken up over Mora at halftime, 28-0. Malacca trailing Little Falls 18-8 at the half. So those are some scores from around the area. We'll get a score from Bram and Pine City here shortly. But here in our game, it has been a great showing in the first half for Cambridge-Isanti. 327 yards total, 14 carries, 180 yards altogether, 7 for 10 passing, 147 yards there, 2 touchdowns each. Leading the way, though, was Peyton Copeland with 9 carries, 67 yards. Then Knox Andrews, 3 for 61, 1 for 57 for Jackson Zebarth, 1 carry minus 5 yards for Brody Estrada. Lake Solomonson was 6 of 9, 108 yards for a touchdown. Peyton Copeland was 1 for 1, 39 yards and a touchdown. That's how they get their scores there. Leading receiver was Devin Olson, 2 catches for 49 yards tonight. A catch for 18 yards for Copeland, Peyton Copeland. And then 3 catches for 34 yards for Knox Andrews. And then they won for 46 for Jackson Zebarth here so far tonight. On the other side for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, 134 total yards of offense, 19 carries, 129 yards rushing, 1 for 3 passing, 5 yards there. Kellen Meisner led the way, 9 carries, 56 yards. Then Reese Nasvik, 3 for 18. And then Diesel Lundin, forgot about him, 4 for 53. And then it was Zach Karst, 3 for 2 yards. In that first half, the penalty-wise, well, sadly, Cambridge-Isanti led with all penalties. Count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 first half penalties. And 11 called, but 1 was accepted. They had 6 possessions, 1 for a missed field goal at the end of that last one. They didn't have a turnover there, which it hasn't been the main difference, but has been one of them. Chisago Lakes had 6 possessions as well. 1 touchdown. They had 3 penalties, all of them a false start, and then two turnovers in that first half, which did not help. But again, Cambridge-Isanti got out to a fast start thanks to their running backs making moves, and really it's just been the speed of these guys that has done such a great job, and they have really capitalized off of that here in this first half as we continue to go on with our first halves here from the Holmes Auto Body and Glass halftime show. And again, stay tuned. Shortly we will hear a word from the owner of Here's the Pitch in North Branch, Jan Bernier. We'll hear a word from her as we go forward in this game, or in this halftime show, rather. We will get that in our next commercial break. But looking forward, it was a 14-0 start for Cambridge-Isanti. Then Chisago Lakes got, I don't want to say lucky, but they got some calls to go their way because Cambridge-Isanti wound up getting a few penalties on themselves, which kind of set up Chisago Lakes a few times in some good spots. And, you know, Chisago Lakes on their touchdown drive had a penalty that set them back a little bit, but they were able to get on the board in the second quarter, almost right at the start of the second quarter, on the touchdown pass from Meisner to Karst from 5 yards out. So that was the score here for Chisago Lakes. They had again a few more opportunities, but just not able to get on the board. And again, those turnovers did not help. So again, we're having a looks like a youth football game here at halftime. They're splitting the field into a couple of different zones, getting some youth football out there. That's really cool. That is awesome. Meanwhile, I want to thank Adam Hefty out in Mora for calling that Mora game. I want to thank Andy Beckstrom out in Malacca calling that game, and Tyler Gustafson in Bram calling that game between them and Pine City. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman out here at George Larson Field in Cambridge for tonight's game between the Blue Jackets and Wildcats. 35-7 here in the Holmes Auto Body and Glass halftime. iCar and ASE certified Holmes Auto Body and Glass in Mora is recommended by insurance companies. Had an accident? Let Holmes Auto Body and Glass fix you up. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we return, we're going to hear that interview with the Here's the Pitch owner, Jan Bernier, in North Branch. So stay tuned after a word from our fine sponsors. That interview coming up.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
All right, and welcome back here on KBK, WCMP, Anthem Country, all over the place. We have Jan Bernier of Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Give us a little reminder of where you are with Here's the Pitch.
So we've been open for 3 years, and now we're looking to trying to fill gaps. So we're far enough into this journey that We know what we offer, and now we're trying to fill the gaps for what we see in the communities we serve. So like 8U training, getting the college players time, slow pitch guys who want to come in and bat, men and women actually. I'm actually looking at another pitching machine for baseball, so that is one of the demands we have over the winter is the baseball machine, and I have one, looking at another one right now. They're super expensive, so so hopefully we can make that work, but it'll give us another cage to have a baseball pitching machine so we can double the amount of kids who want to hit off the baseball machine.
What does it look like with training for high school athletes and college athletes as they come in for training?
So college athletes first. So they have a plan usually from their coaches. So they know what they need to work on. They know what they need to do. What I do for college athletes, if they come in and tell me where they play, I actually offer them an hour at $10 an hour. College kids are poor. I was one once, so was my husband. So they're poor, and which is fine. They should be concentrating on school. So we actually offer them the ability to come in during the winter or in their off season. We do this in the summer too. If they have a hitting program from their coach, they want to come in and hit. I have kids who come in and want to use the med balls or weighted pitching balls, stuff like that. But we do offer that. I have a college catcher, baseball catcher who comes in. He actually receives off the pitching machine. So he's working on framing and blocking and all sorts of things like that. So on the softball side, it is mostly hitting and pitchers come. So, but they all can come for $10 an hour. They just have to tell me where they play. If they want to donate, I'm collecting caps from every team, team where they play. So if you come in, our dugout cover in our seating area has caps that we're collecting.
That's really cool.
So if they want to bring me a cap, we'll display it.
And now, of course, this you had mentioned before, this kind of a little bit slower time of year with kids getting back into school. So you'll be closed now for a little bit, but you'll still be open, correct?
Historically been very, very slow for us, which is fine. Like kids are playing volleyball, running cross country, football, and it's super chaotic as a parent, right? So everybody's schedule has changed. We're trying to get everybody acclimated to a new teacher, new school, whatever's happening in their life, and their jobs may have changed. Right, a lot of times the parents are making job changes over the summer, or they're starting a new job in the fall, or they got promoted. It's super chaotic, and so instead of trying to stay open and not seeing anyone, we decided to close for a few days a week until about the middle of September. We'll be open Saturdays and Sundays. During the week, we're going to close. It allows me to save money on payroll, and payroll is my biggest expense. So then I can put those funds toward the kids who work for me, and I hire all high school athletes. They get to use it in October, November, December. So that allows us a little more flexibility. It gives us time to take a vacation. But and the other thing is the netting gets beat up. We have right now we need to fix some holes. The pitching machine needs a motor replacement. And then our concrete, we moved into a space, we did the build out all ourselves. We moved into a space where the concrete needs to be resealed. And so it gets really sloppy when the weather turns bad here. So once it snows, and so we decided we were going to close a few days and seal the concrete that's exposed around the edge of our cage.
So that kind of leads me into the next question is when, you talked about it a little bit, but when does that busy season start to kind of kick back up?
So winter training starts for a lot of club teams November 1st. Some of the travel leagues are still playing now. They have a small fall 5-week season. So they're going to still play into September, through the end of September. October 1 is when we're going to start our winter training program. So last year we offered a winter training program for fast pitch for the very first time. I was a little nervous about it because there's so many competing winter training programs. But then I had 4 little girls from Forest Lake who came back in and said, "You're going to run it again, aren't you?" So yes, we are going to run it again. It's hitting, fielding, pitching, catching, conditioning. Softball players, some parents don't know, but to be a great baseball or softball player, you have to have a strong core. And so our conditioning program is built to build that core, because everything you do requires strong core muscles, and so that's part of our winter training program. So we'll put it out on Facebook once I figure out. It's always a pricing thing for me. I want to make sure kids can afford to come. And so once I figure out the pricing for it, we'll put it out on our Facebook page.
And now, speaking of all the things you have to fix, and even the scheduling that you have to do, although that can be a little bit of a chore, it does have to feel good knowing, one, that all of this is being used and quite a bit by these athletes, and that people are still wanting to come back.
I was super surprised because these kids are little. They're only 10U. So they thought about it, knew they wanted to do it again. And they're begging their parents. So a couple of the parents have now texted me, which it feels great that they loved it enough to come back. They loved our instructor. Abby is a high school senior at North Branch. She plays second base for the softball team. She plays tennis right now. She ran most of the program last year. She did most of the stuff other than pitching. They asked specifically if Abby was coming back. So yes, Abby's coming back. Abby will be in charge of the program again. So she did a fantastic job for me. She's the one who oversees the facility if I'm ever gone. So she is a fantastic kid who does a fantastic job. And so she will be there. The program will be there.
So you touched on it a little bit with Abby, but talk a little bit about your employees at Here's the Pitch.
All of my employees, so I need some help on the baseball side. Actually, I'm looking for a baseball player who would like to come in and teach pitching or catching, hitting for sure. Abby covers everything but pitching. She grew up being a catcher, middle infielder. She also knows how to play outfield. So it's hard in the cages to deal with outfield training. We can deal with the steps to catching an outfield ball, but we can't mimic a really high hit off of that. So Abby does everything. Morgan is young, so she played JV softball for North Branch last year. She will work under Abby and learn how to run the clinic. So Abby will mentor Morgan in order to teach all of the things. Morgan plays club softball for the Minnesota Renegades, so she has access to a pretty good hitting program already, so she can translate that to teaching. We'll be right on schedule with Abby going to college next year. And then I just hired Sydney. She's a pitcher from Cambridge. And so she, and along with Kendall, who is a senior pitcher at Rush City, will run our pitching clinics. So Kendall is committed to play college softball for Bethany Lutheran. Yeah. Next year. She was recognized as one of the top 25 players in the state by the Minnesota Star Tribune. And so she's a fantastic resource for us, and she's great with the kids. So that's most of my stuff. My daughter also plays for St. Kate's. She's a pitcher. She's at school now, so she's a sophomore. And so when she's home on break, I try to convince her to come in and work with some kids. Her schedule is absolutely crazy. So it's becoming smaller. The windows are smaller and smaller to get her to come back and teach. But she has a few kids that she would love to see over and over and over again.
Well, I think that is it from us. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, I just thank you guys for doing this. It's fun to come in and talk to you and talk about something I'm really, really passionate about. So it's just the opportunities for the kids. If we can get more kids in the door to have more opportunities to play, that's the entire purpose.
And then where can people keep up with you or find you?
Everyone can find us on Facebook. So our website is not yet finished. And so find us on Facebook. Here's the pitch I'm in.
Perfect. All right. That again was Jan Bernier with Here's the Pitch. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again to Jan Bernier of Here's the Pitch for that halftime interview. Meanwhile, the kickoff was bobbled a bunch, and they were only able to get it to about the 19-yard line was Chisago Lakes, and then a carry by Nasvik for 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 here in the second half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard with about 45 seconds coming off the clock. Meisner will take it himself. We're going to get another face mask penalty, I think. His head snapped a little bit as he carried that ball, or will we get holding? This will be interesting. I thought his head snapped a little bit as if his face mask got grabbed, but we'll see. It's also in the area of holding. It is face mask. So another penalty here on Cambridge-Isanti. Their first of the second half, and that'll make it a 1st down for Chisago Lakes. Last carry was short, but now Meisner and company up. And he wanted to pass. He looked to his right, now looks to his left. That ball is tipped at the line. Great job there coming in. By number 13, Bjorn Eriksson, maybe? Or is that a different number? That's 19. I apologize. Tate Lines with the pass breakup there. Meanwhile, didn't even get to touch on the defense for Cambridge-Isanti. He had Grant Oliver, who had 2 sacks in that first half. One was a forced fumble. The fumble recovery by Griffin Kosteka returned 65 yards for a touchdown. I think Gus Knowlton had a sack as well. 2nd down and 10 to go for the Wildcats. 2 receivers left, 1 right in motion. They'll give up the middle to Diesel Lundy. No, excuse me, that is a different running back. He gets to the 50-yard line. That is Vitalis, who gets it to the 49-yard line. A gain of 13 for Vitalis. So with the 49 of Cambridge-Isanti, a quick scamper there for Vitalis. A hole opened up quickly, and he wasted no time getting through it. It'll be a 1st down for Chisago Lakes into Cambridge-Isanti territory. This is the quickest they've been into their territory. It took them an entire quarter to do so in the first half. This is a high snap. It's going to wind up in Nasvik's hands anyways. He's trying to fight to get back to that line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple. So again, another bad snap there for Chisago Lakes. It backs him up actually 3 yards. And they had that problem in the first half, and unfortunately it does bleed on over into half number 2. Well, we try and fix that as we dip under 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, 35-7. Blue Jackets lead. Meisner, and that wing pistol takes the snap. He'll look to pass. He wants to take off and run. He breaks off of 1 tackle, breaks off another arm tackle at the 50, breaking off yet another, running over a man at the 45 before being escorted out of bounds. And we've got a Chisago Lake player down, pushed out at about the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 9, but we do have a Chisago Lake player down. And it looks like he walked off under his own power. A gain of 9 there for Meisner. And that'll make it 3rd and short. Maybe even gain 10. Meisner, a hard run that time, lowering the boom there towards the end of that one. Had a Wildcat down for a short amount of time, but he looked to be up under his own power. Cambridge-Isanti looking to make an early stop here on 3rd and short to get the ball back for their what was red-hot offense in that first half. We'll see Meisner in the pistol. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Running back behind him looks to be Vitalis. Meisner will take the snap. Again, it's high, and nearly falling on top of it was Cambridge-Isanti. And, well, Meisner had it for a moment, and I think Cambridge-Isanti's going to wind up with it. They will. Man, I don't know how they came up with it, but Meisner, I mean, he jumped on top of it. It looked pretty secure, but it was not. And Cambridge-Isanti comes up with it, and Brody Estrada is going to be the one who gets the fumble recovery. Lake Solomonson will come back out as the quarterback here for half number 2. Also out there as a receiver is going to be Anders Lilemo, one at the tight ends. Copeland behind Solomonson. He'll take the snap, give it to Lilemo. Lilemo cuts it up the field at the 45 before he's wrapped up and taken down at the 40. Lilemo, excuse me.
Brought down by number 11, Cole Stilt. Picked up from about 5. We'll call it 2nd and 5 to go.
So his first down carry goes for 5. And it'll be 2nd and 5. Ball spotted right at the 40-yard line. Solomonson, 2 receivers right, will take the snap. It'll be a screen here to Jackson Zebarth. Makes a man miss at the 40 to the 35, 30. Breaking a tackle at the 25, falling inside the 20. They'll actually spot him right at the 20, but either way, Jackson Zebarth, a pickup of 20. 20 yards for Zebarth that time. on the quick screen. And now we are at the Rush City Auto Red Zone. Rush City Auto has a location in North Branch called Standard Auto and Classics. 2 locations means 2 lots of quality used vehicles. Visit rushcityauto.com to see their inventory. Solomonson will take the snap. He wanted to go left with the pass. He'll have to roll out. Now under a lot of pressure, but he rolls out. Still looking for a man, and he was looking for Lemo. And now we got a late flag right at the line of scrimmage. Lemo was the intended receiver, was incomplete. We'll see what this flag is. Discussion going on. It looks like we have an ineligible man downfield, and we will replay the down. So an ineligible man downfield for Cambridge-Isanti will back him up 5 yards. They'll replay the down, and it's 1st and 15. Copeland, the running back, behind the quarterback Solomonson. 2 receivers left, 1 right. They'll give to Copeland. Copeland makes a man miss at the 20, and he is off to the races, and he's going to be wrapped up and just down at the, looks like they'll spot him at the 5. So gain of 20 for Peyton Copeland, and he's nearing that 100-yard mark once again. Logan Senska, or Sensky, excuse me, with the tackle. For Chisago, it's the touchdown-saving tackle, by the way, but first down and goal from the 5 now for Cambridge-Isanti. Copeland, the running back, to the left of Solomonson. Solomonson will take the snap, and he'll give it to Lemo. Lemo has room to run. He cuts it outside just for a little bit of extra room, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And there's Lemo with the score, and the Blue Jackets will extend their lead now 41-7. PAT will now follow. So inside the Roddy Motors red zone, they took a couple more plays because of the penalty, but 2 plays really to score. And Mason McKinnon will come in for the PAT. Snap, spot, down, kick is up, and it is good. A lot of pressure being put on, but the kick is good. 42-7, Blue Jackets lead over the Wildcats on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. So a turnover ended the drive of Chisago Lakes, and Cambridge-Isanti capitalizes, turns it into a now 35-point lead. 7:45 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here in the 3rd quarter. Blue Jackets will get set to kick it away on another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. It's 14-14 over there in Bram. Bram hosting Pine City. That I thought that might be a good one, and it has turned out to be such. Thanks, Tyler Gustafson, for getting the call over there. Them 2 teams tied at 14 apiece. I don't think many people knew what that game was going to turn out to be. I thought it might be close, but, man, they're tied at 14. That's impressive. We get a whistle. We're going to get ready for the kickoff, but then we got a whistle. I'm not quite sure what the whistle is for. Maybe another equipment issue as well. So 21 coming off, that's Mazin Hamed. Looked like maybe an equipment issue there, so looking to get that fixed. And McKinnon will ready. And here's the boot. Be taken in at about the 20, just inside the 20. And the return up to about the 35-yard line. I believe Nasvik on the return, up to the 35 for Chisago Lakes. Aidmar with the tackle on the return. So the Wildcats will start at their own 35-yard line here, their second possession of the second half. Second of the 3rd quarter, 7:38 to go. Meisner will trot on out there. They put together a few drives, but here in the second half, another turnover put 7 points on the board for Cambridge-Isanti. 2 receivers wide in formation, 1 on each side. More of the wing formation. Meisner will hold on. It's supposed to be a speed option, and the running back, my goodness, ducking under a few defenders, winds up maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. They're actually going to give him a yard. Carter Anderson with the carry. Gain of 1 on the pitch from Meisner, and I mean, he was ducking and ditching the defenders there. I forgot the dodgeball saying. Dip, duck, dive. I forgot how it goes, but something like that. So 1 yard for Carter Anderson on the option. They'll go back under center. Looks like they're a little bit weary of the snap, so they'll go under center with 2 receivers out in the formation. Man in motion. They'll toss it out wide left. He's trying to get around the edge to the 35, cuts it up to the 40, and he's taken down near the 45 on the carry. That time was 16, Owen Morley.
Brought down by number 2, Cole Arneson. Looks like that'll be a wildcat.
And it will be enough for a first down. Right at the 45-yard line. So a good gain there for 9. That gives them a new set of downs, and they'll go back under center. Power T, but receivers out wide. Man in motion. They'll pitch it out there to him. Carter Anderson trying to get around the edge, just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage is not going to happen. And we've got a flag. Oh, boy. Could this be a late hit? And we've got a Wildcat player down. No, excuse me, I can't quite see the pant color. We're not going to speculate. There is a player down injured. I think it's a Wildcat player. And, man, you hate to see that. Hate to see anybody get hurt. And it looks like it might be a Cambridge-Isanti player. Another penalty on Cambridge-Isanti will give the Wildcats a new set of downs. Another personal foul. That's the 3rd already, but unfortunately we've got an injured Blue Jacket down on the Wildcat sideline. Looks to be sitting up now. Good news, but we're going to be back after 30 seconds.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
The injured player that time was Gus Knowlton. He's up under his own power, limping back to the Blue Jackets sideline, and you just hate to see that for the young man. He's had a really good game here tonight. He has just wreaked havoc in the Wildcat backfield. And unfortunately, he was actually called for the roughing penalty. The 6'3", 250-pound senior offense and defensive lineman making his way to the sideline, trying to respect him and not put his limp on camera. Good news is he's walking off under his own power, but he is feeling it a little bit. So again, the flag for roughing will give the Wildcats a new set of downs. And the Wildcats will get back under center, power T. And Cambridge-Isanti jumped. So it'll be another free 5 yards. That'll be offsides. Oh, my. Even though the Blue Jackets are leading by 35, it has been the penalties here tonight that have, quite simply, coach is going to, have to have a word, but it's unacceptable. You've got over, close to 15 now? You had 10 in the first half, just not acceptable if you're Blue Jackets. Now you're winning, but still can't have that many. Mines are back under center. Can't tell if he gave it up the middle or if he kept them himself. Either way, it's a short gain of maybe a yard or two for Meisner, who kept it.
Carried by the quarterback, Kellen Meisner, brought down by
and it'll be a gain of maybe 2.
It'll make
him 3, so I'll give him 3. Clock running. Under 6 minutes now here in the third quarter. Meisner back under center. One receiver wide out right. Meisner will take the snap, and he'll give to Diesel Lundin. Diesel Lundin lowering the boom and getting forward. A nice carry there for him to the 20. Gain of 14 for Diesel Lundin. Diesel Lundin has been a bright spot here tonight for Chisago Lakes. He's been a powerful runner here. And Diesel Lundin, a 5'9", 185-pound junior, packing a punch here this evening. That will put him up over near 70 yards rushing. Well, Meisner back under center. Takes the snap, and, well, he tried to give it to Lundin, but there were about 5 Blue Jacket players right at the line of scrimmage, and they'll take either one of them down for a loss of 1. Wow. There was just no chance there for them to get that play off. That pressure was there. I mean, as soon as the snap was off, impressive push up front from Cambridge-Isanti. 2nd and 11 now for Chisago Lakes. Meisner will take back, drop back to snap. Looking, he's rolling out right now, going to take off with it, trying to lower the shoulder, getting forward for maybe a yard or 2. Meisner will get up to the 13, 14. Gain of 8 for Meisner.
That'll make it 3rd down and 3.
Gain of 8 for Meisner there on that one. It's 3rd down and short. 42-7 Blue Jackets lead, but Wildcats trying to get on the board once again. Meisner tried to give it to Lundin. He holds on to it himself, and then he is wrapped up, maybe right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Aiden Maher. And there is no gain. It's 4th down and 3. Sprinting off the field as Griffin Kosteka gets off in time. 4th down and 3. Wildcats will go for it on the Blue Jacket, 13-yard line. Meisner takes the snap, and he'll give it up to Diesel Lundin. Diesel Lundin has got the 1st down and then some up to the 4. Gain of 9 for Diesel Lundin. So it'll be 1st down and goal from that 4-yard line of Cambridge-Isanti. Meisner back under center. Receiver out wide right. Meisner man in motion right. He'll fake the give to Lundin. He'll take it himself. He gets near the goal line, but he's going to be short by about a yard. Gain of 3. They say Lundin got that carry. So 2nd down and goal from about the 1.5. On the last carry from Lundin. And Meisner back up under center. And he'll sneak it in himself for the touchdown. And Kellen Meisner for the 1-yard touchdown. And the Wildcats get on the board, making it 42-13. With 2:07 left to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They will line up for the PAT. Holder will be Luke Leadholm. And the kicker is number 16, Owen Morley. Needed one more player out there for the Wildcats. They do get a young man out there. So now they've got 11. Snap, spot down, kick is up, and I think it may have been tipped. I think it was tipped. I think someone got a hand on it there for Cambridge-Isanti, so that will keep it out of the uprights, and our score remains 42-13, 2:07 to go in the third quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics. So that team over there believes the result of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. Don't forget, at post-game, we should get a Pine Insurance Player of the Game, so stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, just out of halftime in LA, the Chargers lead the Chiefs 13-6. Not that any of you care about that game, but just in case, want to get you info on that. So the Wildcats will be set to kick it away, and it'll be Owen Morley to kick it away. The Wildcats get back on the board here. Scored early in the second, in the first 30 seconds of that second quarter. But get back on the board here right at the end of the third. Here's the boot from Morley. It'll be taken in. Oh, just past the 5. Copeland had to go through his hands, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Give credit to Morley. That was a hard kick. It had some speed on that one. And it goes through Copeland's hands. So the 20-yard line is where the ball will be spotted after the touchback, and the Blue Jacket offense makes its way back out onto the field. Solomonson will come back out. 3 receivers in the formation, 1 left, 2 right. Copeland, the running back, and they'll get a screen here to, oh my goodness, they had it to Mason McKinnon, but he bobbled it a couple times, and it winds up falling incomplete. And that's unfortunate because he had some good blocking out there in a lane to run through, but the drop will make it incomplete and will set up 2nd down and 10. That's unfortunate for McKinnon because, again, he had a great block out there from Zebarth. 3 receivers in the formation again. 1 left, 2 right, tight end on the right. They'll give it off to Andrews coming up, and he gets past the 25, near the 30. It'll be a gain of about 7-8 yards for Andrews. They'll spot him, spot him more towards the 30 what? 33? 4? 5, maybe? Yeah. No, excuse me, 36 or 7. So that ball is spotted at the 28. It is a gain of 8 for Andrews, and 3rd down and 2. 1 receiver out wide on each side of the formation. Copeland behind the quarterback, and he lost it. A high snap for the Blue Jackets, and Solomonson is just going to fall on it all the way back at the 19. So they will lose 19 with the bad snap, and it will make it 4th and 11, and with that they will send out the punting unit. So the punting unit out there for Cambridge-Isanti. Big man back to punt. Can't quite tell what the number is there. Is that Perota? This punt is away, though, and this is a high punt. Call for a fair catch. Did Nazvik. And now we've got a flag. A late flag there as the fair catch was made at the 40. Late flag. We'll see what this flag is for. Couple new guys in here for Cambridge-Isanti on defense.
Valid fair catch signal. Chisago, 5-yard penalty. First down.
So some sort of fair catch signal not Oh. 5-yard penalty on Chisago Lakes. And this to start their third drive of the third quarter. 31 seconds to go. It'll be first down and 10 at the 35. On Chisago Lake side of the 50. Meisner up under center. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself after the fake give to Lundin. He's got a lot of room to run, and he's going to have close to, if not a first down, he will to the 41, or 46, excuse me. Gain of 16, or no, 21. So 15 seconds to go. They'll try and get one more playoff before the end of the third. Meisner back under center. And he'll take the snap. This time he will give to the running back Vitalis. And Vitalis gets forward for maybe a yard or two. And that will do it. So that is going to be the end of the third quarter. We will switch sides of the field, and we'll get started with the fourth quarter when we come back after a word from our fine sponsors here on Q Media Sports YouTube.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Back here on Q Media Sports YouTube, the Wildcats with possession of the ball in this fourth quarter of play. 42-13 Blue Jackets lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Don't forget they got 3 locations. One of them here in Cambridge. The other 2, Pine City and Lindstrom. So we got two of the locations of the cities that they're in are 2 of the teams here tonight. Lindstrom is Chisago Lakes. Cambridge-Isanti, of course, is Cambridge. So pretty cool. Pine City also playing tonight, obviously, over in Bram. So Meisner and company back up under center to begin the fourth quarter. It's second down and 8 to go after the 2-yard plunge from Vitalis. And in motion, and they will, try to give back to Vitalis, but he's going nowhere. And he's going to lose the 2 yards that he gained. Anders Lilemo. And, they're going to give him forward progress and call it a loss of 1. Either way, it's third down and 9. A lot of long third downs here tonight for Chisago Lakes. Certainly haven't helped things, but also the turnovers, 3 of them this evening as well. 47-yard line's where the ball is spotted. Meisner and company under center. Meisner will fake the toss, then he'll roll out to his left, looking to pass. That one's tipped at the line by Aiden Maher. And that will be incomplete. Great job by Maher. That's his second time getting his hand on a ball to knock it away. And just a great job while rushing the quarterback, getting his hands up in the way of the throw. It will be a punt formation here from Chisago Lakes. Owen Morley will get set to punt it away. And we're getting a late guy on for Chisago Lakes. Didn't have all 11 out there. So there's the snap. Morley. That one nearly blocked, but he gets it away, and it will be taken in, and he'll get a return. Jackson Zebarth weaving his way through track. It cuts it to the left side here at the 35-40. He's got a convoy in front of him, and he is going to go all the way, but unfortunately this one's coming back. It's coming all the way back. There's a flag down at inside the 30, and it's coming all the way back. Jackson Zebarth with an incredible return, but it's going to come all the way back. Oh, man. Another penalty here for the Blue Jackets, and this one, another blindside block. Another penalty. This one may be the biggest because it wipes off a touchdown off the board, and an incredible return by Jackson Zebarth. Too many penalties here tonight for the Blue Jackets. Now, they do have a 14-13 lead, but far, far too many penalties. And he had a injured Blue Jacket that knocks Andrews down, but he's up under his own power, thankfully. Well, that's good news for the Blue Jackets. One of your fast, quicker running backs up and walking to the sideline under his own power, limping. But Andrews, the sophomore, is up under his own power. So that'll set Cambridge-Isanti back at their own, what appears to be 14-yard line. Looks like we got not enough out there for Cambridge-Isanti. They'll get the tight end Olsen on. 3, 2, and 1 to snap the ball. Solomonson does in time. Give to Copeland. Copeland up the middle, running over one defender and falling forward to about the 19-yard line. Cole Stilp with the stop. It's a gain of 5 for Copeland. So second down and about 5. Two receivers left, one right for Cambridge-Isanti. Tight end on the right as well. Copeland to the left of Solomonson. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. Now looking to take off with it. Staying in the pocket, though. He's under some pressure. He gets out of there. Still looking to throw. Oh, he's backing up and still under some pressure. We're going to get him to throw into traffic. And it's caught! Caught in up past the 40. They missed another blindside block, which is fortunate for Cambridge-Isanti, but a blindside block was missed because the defender or the old lineman came back down to defend. 42-yard lines where that one will be spotted, a gain of 24. Under 10 minutes to go now. New set of downs for Cambridge-Isanti. Receiver out wide on each side. They'll toss left here to Copeland. Copeland trying to get through. He's going to get up past the 45 to the 46, and it's a gain of 4. Logan Sensky will make the stop, and it's second down and 6 for the Blue Jackets. Receiver out wide on each side of the formation. Tight end and wing back on the right side. Copeland behind Solomonson. Solomonson will take snap. Oh, it's a miscommunication. One guy did not know the correct way to go back there. And Solomonson running for his life. He's going to lose a couple back to the 41, a loss of 5. A loss of 5 there. Again, one of those guys had the wrong play call, and Solomonson just tried to make the best of what he had. Two receivers out wide right, one left here for Cambridge-Isanti, tight end on either side. Copeland to the left of Solomonson. Solomonson will fake the give and trying to get his tight end Olsen, but just overthrew him. Olsen had some room up the middle, just a simple go route. Had some room there, but just a little overthrown on that one. A little too much juice on it, and that one will wind up incomplete. And now it's 4th down and 11. So the Blue Jackets will line up to punt. Dominic Olsen back to boot it away. And back receiving, Nasvik, one of those guys back there, and can't quite tell, is that Logan Sensky back as well. The punt is away. Another field flipper. Sensky will take it. Oh, he bobbled it. And going to be taken down around the 30. Right at the 30 is where they'll spot him.
Punt is returned by number 22, Logan Sensky. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball being spotted at the 30-yard line.
So now the Wildcats get the ball back here. 7:58 to go in the game. Blue Jackets well in control here. Meisner and company to the line. Few too many guys out there for Cambridge-Isanti. And now maybe too few out there. Meisner with the pitch backwards to Copeland, and he fumbled it and luckily got back on top of it. And all the way back behind the 25 to about the 23. Loss of 7. So loss of 7 on that one. And 17. A little bit of confusion again as to who's to be out there for Cambridge-Isanti. Looks like everybody gets off that needed to be. Meisner back under center, receiver wide on each side. He'll take the snap, give up to Diesel Lundeen. Short gain to the 25. Gain of 2. And it's 3rd and 15. So the Wildcats will try and figure out what to do here on this 3rd and long. .6:30 to go now in the game. On that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, Meisner under center, receiver out wide on each side. Man in motion is Morley. They'll throw it over the middle, and it's caught! It's caught at the 50, and he drags a defender to the 40. That is caught by number 18, Jacob Graybo. All the way up to the 40. 35 yards. And actually, I think we got a new quarterback in there. I think this might be number 9, Caden Melquist, who made that throw. So if that is Melquist, be a new quarterback in. It is. And he gives up the middle. Lundeen will get up inside the 40 to about the 37, gain of 3. Three for Lundeen. So it is the new quarterback in there, Caden Melquist. So Lundquist, the quarterback on this drive for Chisago Lakes. He'll have a receiver out wide on each side under the center. Man in motion left to right. He'll fake the give and now look to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket, look to throw, but he is sacked from behind. Big hit there by number 42, Christian Van Gordon. So a sack for Van Gordon will make it 3rd down and 7. Under 4.5 minutes now to go here in the game. Man in motion right to left. That's Morley. Morley will get the toss out wide left, and we're going to get the play whistle dead, and we'll see what the flag is here. All but one penalty tonight is a false start for Chisago Lakes. They've got 4. 3 of them have been false starts. We'll see if maybe that's the case or what the call will be. So it's penalty on Cambridge-Isanti, another one here late. It'll make it 3rd down and now short. 3rd and about, we'll call it a long 2. So 3rd and short here for Caden Melquist and the Wildcats. Clock continuing to run now, under 4 minutes to go. They'll get a man in motion out wide right here. Trying to cut it back towards the middle of the field. Breaks off of one and then is swung down. That on the carry was Mac Karpenko.
Brought down by number 21, Mazan Hamid.
And it'll be a new set of downs.
I'm sorry, it's Mazan Hamid.
So the Wildcats trying to put together one more drive here before the end of the game. Maybe get in the end zone for make the score look a little bit better. And the throw here, Melquist has got a man open, but it's going to go incomplete as that one just over the head of Josiah Pekchaver.
Ball's incomplete. Back to the line of scrimmage where it will be 2nd and 10.
So that one falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10, which stops the clock at 3:22. Don't forget, stay tuned post-game. We'll get an interview with the Pine Insurance Player of the Game. Melquist under center. Takes the snap. Fake the toss out. Oh, he's got a man. Well, he had Lundeen, and now he's going to take off with it himself, and he'll be taken down on the far sideline near the 20, and be pushed out the 21?
There's a lost cell phone that is in the concession stand.
Looks like maybe the 21. So a gain of 7 for Melquist.
It's at the concession stand.
Gain of about 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats. Melquist fakes the give. He'll hold it himself. He's got enough for the first and then some before being pushed out. Just before the 15 or right at the 15. Ball will be spotted at the 16, it looks like. So gain of 6 there.
It'll be the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildcats.
New set of downs for the Wildcats, now inside that Roddy Motors red zone, or excuse me, the Rush City red zone. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto Classics in North Branch. Visit rushcityauto.com. rushcityauto.com. Go check out the inventory of 2 lots of vehicles. Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch, and of course Rush City Auto. Melquist will toss it out wide to the right here, but nothing doing, and a big lick put on there by Adam Sundin. Karpenko, number 1 yard gain for Karpenko, but man, Sundin came in like a you-know-what and absolutely laid the lumber on that hit. So 2nd and 9 now for the Wildcats. Under 2 minutes to go. Melquist under center. He'll take the snap, and he'll give it up the middle to Diesel Lundini. Lost it. Lost it at about the 7-yard line, and we'll see who comes up with it. I think Cambridge-Isanti fell on it. But we'll wait for the official call.
Ball carried by number 30.
And it is Cambridge-Isanti ball. So their 4th turnover of the night comes this time from Lundin. And the Blue Jackets will take over inside their own 10-yard line, but game pretty much set in stone. 1:33 to go. They'll just run out the rest of this clock and move on to 2-0 on the season. So the 8-yard line is where they'll officially spot it. Get some new guys in the game. And we'll make sure to try and get new guys named. They got a timeout called by Cambridge, and I think this is more of a substitution timeout just to get their guys in and not get a half the distance penalty for a delay of game. So they will use the timeout to their advantage and take a moment to discuss further. But this one well in hand. Cambridge-Isanti going to move to 2-0 on the season. Chisago Lakes will fall to 0-2. And we'll get you an update from other games going on in our local listening area. Again, Mora, Aiken, Adam Hefty calling that game. Little Falls, Malacca, Andy Beckstrom calling that game. Pine City, Bram. You got Tyler Gustafson calling that game. So we'll try and get you some updates from those here in the post game. But don't forget, as I mentioned, post game we will have our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. They'll receive a T-shirt and a hat. Pine Insurance has many locations in Aiken, Ham Lake, Moose Lake, McGregor, and Pine City. So we're back to action here out of the timeout at the quarterback spot. I believe is that Aiden? No, it's not Aiden Maher. We got a flag down on the carry, so it probably is coming all the way back. Conrad Vavra, the quarterback. I think it was 33 on the carry, which was Gavin Childs. Got another penalty on Cambridge-Isanti. That'll back him up. So the carry will not count as there was a flag on Cambridge-Isanti. Captain's goal. The new quarterback again, Vavra. He'll take the snap. And off the right side of the line with some burst and then being taken down. That time is the ball carrier, Gavin Childs. That ball carried all the way back past the original line of scrimmage to the 13, a gain of 9 for Childs. Good burst there shown by Childs and quickly got through the line and picked up a few more yards. Now under a minute to go. Favreau will look to the sideline, and again, they'll wait for the snap. Got a flag, and we'll get, false start, Cambridge. Or will it be offsides? Nope, it's going to back him up. So another false start. And unfortunately, they got early movement. So back him up 5 yards to the original line of scrimmage. He'll take the snap, give the Childs again. Gets through, makes a spin move off of one tackle, being carried forward, and picks up about another 3 to the 11. So 3 yards for Childs, and that should just about do it, ladies and gentlemen. Game clock is less than what the play clock is, so that should do it. We'll wait and see if they snap it once more, or will that be it? I think that will be it. So the final here in this one, Cambridge-Isanti will get the victory over Chisago Lakes 42-13, and the Blue Jackets move to 2-0 on the season. The Wildcats fall to 0-2. That's going to do it here. Stay tuned for the post game where we will get our Pine Insurance Player of the Game interview here in our post game. 42-13, Cambridge-Isanti gets the victory over Chisago Lakes. Back after word from our fine sponsors here on Q Media Sports YouTube.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 10. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
On Community Sports YouTube, we'll be joined by our Pine Insurance Player of the Game momentarily, but while we are waiting on the Pine Insurance Player of the Game, we'll talk about what has happened here in this one. So far, the Blue Jackets get the victory 42-13 over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats to get the victory and move to 2-0 on the season. And a good start here for Cambridge-Isanti. 2 home games, 2 wins. Not a bad start for the Blue Jackets of Cambridge-Isanti as we take a look at what is coming up for them here after tonight, next week, next Friday. They will have another game, but this one will be on the road at Monticello. That should be a pretty good matchup. Monticello started 1-0. Not sure who they played here tonight, but we'll see who and if they won. But so far, again, Cambridge-Isanti now 2-0 on the season, and this a good showing against a Chisago Lakes team. But one of the things they'll definitely want to work on is penalties. They had a plethora of penalties tonight. I'm not going to count them all, but just know that there were a lot of penalties here tonight for the Blue Jackets. And again, yes, despite the win, despite being, a lopsided win too, it'll be something that is talked about and worked on during the week are the penalties. They had over 15 penalties here tonight for the Blue Jackets, and you get a game where it's a lot closer, maybe even like a last week's game against Sartell where it was a 7-point victory. That could be the difference in the game is penalties. So they'll look to clean those up before next week's game at Monticello, where it is going to be a much tougher situation. And again, penalties could come back to bite them if they don't clean them up. But again, a dominating performance here tonight by the Blue Jackets. You had Monticello, who is actually lost tonight to Alexandria in a defensive matchup, 7-0 to Alexandria. So Alexandria, one of the top teams in their section, respectively, but Monticello, also a good team. So the next week's game could be pretty good. St. Francis beat New Prague tonight, 28-16. So St. Francis also moving to 2-0. So you've got some teams that they'll see here later this year. One is now 1-1. The other is 2-0. And man, that Cambridge-Isanti St. Francis game looking like a matchup to be here for. That's going to be a good one between those two rivals. But Monticello next week, that should be a good one. For Chisago Lakes, again, we've talked with Coach Ryan Anderson, and it just has a lot of experience on this squad. There's you can tell some of the inexperience shown here tonight, but you know what? They didn't commit too many penalties, but they did have 4 turnovers, and that'll be something that they look to improve upon next week are the fumbles. Unfortunately, they had too many of them and just put themselves into too many third and long situations. So they'll be looking to move the ball forward instead of being pushed backwards. You know, this defensive line from Cambridge-Isanti got a lot of push, and they'll hope that Chisago Lakes that their offensive line can maybe get a little bit more push, work on some strength here this week, and just leverage, too. It doesn't necessarily always have to be strength. Sometimes it can just be the leverage. Next week, Chisago Lakes will host Simley at their place next Friday. So we're getting to the final here in this one. We are waiting our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. Of course, Cambridge-Isanti in their post-game huddle right now, getting a word from their coach, Ben Geisler. Meanwhile, a update in Mora. Aiken was able to get the victory 48-0 over Mora. So Aiken gets the victory there. We're still waiting on a final from Malacca and Baram. I do believe it was Baram who got the victory. I'm not quite sure of the final. We'll try and get some scores here for you before too long. But again, we will be joined by our Pine Insurance Player of the Game shortly. But before we do that, why don't we get a brief break here before we get our Pine Insurance Player of the Game to join us. So a word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll be closer to hearing a word from our Player of the Game here on Q Media Sports YouTube.
Guy Fieri's Flavortown is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavortown is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavortown at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City, 'cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose Auto Owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com. Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and he's loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Back here on Q Media Sports YouTube, Blue Jackets get the victory over Chisago Lakes, 42-13. We will get our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, Jackson Zebarth, here in just a moment. He is making his way on over. So we will get the player of the game. Try and buy him some time here while he's making his way up. We appreciate him for taking time to come up here after the game and join us post-game for an interview. And we're waiting for him. Here he comes. He's making his way. We'll get him this headset ready, and we'll be set for the interview. You can set that down. There you go. And we'll have you put that on. And so now we are joined by our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, Jackson Zebarth. First of all, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And you were able to help this team break out to an early start there with that long touchdown run.
Yep.
How did it feel getting in the end zone early on?
It was awesome, and just want to thank my team for blocking for me, and without them, I wouldn't have got in.
Yeah, this team got off again to that fast start here tonight.
Yep.
What was part of that fast start?
We were just fired up. We're always fired up before the game, and we're ready to go. Ready to lay it all out on the line for each other out there, so...
And this was a cool night, too, because not only did you get to host Chisago Lakes, but it was Tackle Cancer Night, so a special night as well, getting
Very
the victory.
special. Yep.
Yeah, and again, you guys got to host Chisago Lakes this year and got the win. What does that mean to get the win on your home field?
It's so awesome to just get a win for the community, and especially that it's Tackle or Cancer Night, too. It's just so awesome. I'm so grateful that we won.
You guys are now off to a 2-0 start. How does that feel for you?
It's awesome. I'd like to thank my coaches, amazing coaches, and just thank my team again, and I'd like to thank Jesus too.
Absolutely. And talk a little bit about your faith and how that carries you.
Every single day, Jesus just carries me, wakes me up every day, and I'm so grateful to be alive from him. And I just thank him so much.
Absolutely. Well, you guys are 2-0 now. You guys will get set to prepare for Monticello next week. What is it going to look like for you guys going into this weekend and then preparing next week?
Just got to get better as a team, Just get better every single day. Every single day we come to practice, get better. Work with each other, just get better, get better.
This seems like a pretty darn good senior group. So, Jackson, thanks so much for
Thank
joining
you.
me, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment. That again was Jackson Zebarth, our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. I'm now joined by Chris Gable. Chris, this was an impressive victory here tonight, and an important one too, because not only do they get the win, it's Tackle Cancer Night, and it's Chisago Lakes. I mean, just all that on tonight.
Yeah, I had one of the coaches come up to me right after the game. He's like, "We got the trophy back. We got the trophy
Yes.
back." It was exciting game tonight to watch Cambridge get their speed in open space. Like Jackson Zebarth, not only is he fast on the football field, but he's one of the fastest kids on the track as well in the whole state. And to see him in open space outrun people, and same with Andrew, who's had a big run tonight as well. And Cambridge did a great job of getting those athletes in space and outrunning the Wildcats.
Yeah, they really did. And, I mean, a big win here tonight for these guys to start 2-0. Just looking at it from last year's point of view, didn't win a game. We're kind of not really in too many. But come to this year, playing a Sartell team that they beat by 7, coming in here tonight against a Chisago Lakes team, a rival, then they beat by, almost 36 points. I mean, how important is that for them to start 2-0, but to get these wins early on?
I think you have to credit the kids and the coaching staff, right? Like after last year's 0-9 season, nobody quit, nobody gave up. They went to work this summer, got stronger, faster, and you could see it already in the first 2 games of the season. And now they've got confidence on top of all of that hard work that they put in, and it's going to be a great season for them, and it'll be exciting to watch them throughout the rest of the year for sure.
It is, no doubt. And now they go into next week against a Monticello team who lost tonight in a defensive battle against Alexandria 7-0. I can't wait to see what next week's games hold. But you mentioned the speed of this team. This might be one of the fastest teams, not just in the section, but in their class. I mean, they have got a ton of speed, but you mentioned the strength too. There's a lot of strength up front for this team.
Yeah, the line obviously is doing a great job, right? You saw a whole bunch of big plays, long pass plays tonight, and our quarterbacks had all day to throw tonight. Our offensive line did an outstanding job, and like I said, everybody got in the weight room, and the coaches just did a phenomenal job of staying positive with the kids, motivating them to continue to be better, and good things are happening.
They really are. It's so cool to see that you mentioned that nobody quit. You see, unfortunately, so many times where kids will be like, I don't want to come back. I don't want to have another season like that, especially for my senior year. I want to enjoy it. But these guys stuck with it, and that's the program that Geisler is trying to build is, just continuing to fight through the adversity, build on top of what they got last year. And you might look at last year, some people might go, what is there to build on? But this team said, there's a lot. What are you talking about? And it's shown here in the first two games.
Yeah, you see Peyton Copeland, the player of the game from the first game of the year against Sartell, and now Zebarth tonight. Both of them commented on their coaches and how thankful they are for their coaches and how their coaches are doing a great job for preparing them for football games, but also for life. And I think that is going to lead to success, right? The coaches, the kids believe in their coaches. The coaches clearly believe in the kids, and I think that's also an important factor of why they're 2-0.
There's not a lot of times where you'll get an interview with players that they'll mention the coaches as much as these guys did. They made sure to mention it multiple, not just once or twice, multiple times, and I think that just adds to the program that these coaches are building around here. It is great to hear. 42-13, Blue Jackets get the win over the Wildcats here tonight. Another thing I wanted to touch on, and just real quick, is the fact that the penalties, they piled up really early on in this game and unfortunately continued into the second. And some of them were unnecessary penalties, like the blindside block. You've got to know that you can't come back downfield to make a block, and unfortunately there were too many of those tonight, but all around just too many penalties that you're not going to be able to have against a team like Monticello.
Yeah, too many personal fouls. I think I think Cambridge gave Chisago over 100 yards on personal fouls alone. And you're not going to beat a good team like Monticello doing that. And there's no doubt Coach Geisler's going to talk to the kids about that, and they're going to go over some of them on film probably and say we can't do this if we want to get to where we want to be at the end of the year.
No doubt. But it is still a win for the Blue Jackets nonetheless. And again, thanks to Jackson Zebarth, our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, for joining us in the post game. Appreciate him coming up and giving us a quick interview. That is going to do it for us here from Cambridge-Isanti, from George Larson Field in Cambridge. The Blue Jackets moved to 2-0 after they beat the Wildcats 42-13. Wildcats fall to 0-2. And Gable, before we let you out of here, any final thoughts?
No, I'm just excited for where this season's going. Like you talked about the St. Francis game, that is going to be such a fun game to do here. It's going to be a packed house. It's going to be super exciting to watch that game, and hopefully we have some good records coming up for both sides.
Yeah, that game, it doesn't matter what type of year these teams are having. That game's always good. It's always close, and it always seems to come down to the last couple of plays like it has the last, I don't know how many years, but that one's going to be a good one. Be sure to get on out here early for that one because you might not find a spot to sit.
All right, the battle for the paddle, the homecoming shirts this year for Cambridge has the paddle on it. They
That's
want
awesome.
that paddle back, so.
They certainly do. Well, we can't wait for that one. But first, they got Monticello next week. Wildcats will get to host Simley next Friday as well. That's going to do it for me. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Thanks so much to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. We appreciate them. And, of course, if you want more local sports, be sure to tune in to our morning shows on both 95.5 FM with Adam Hefty at 7:30 and 8:30, or over on 100.9 FM with Josh and Muron at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports. We'll talk this game and all the other games on our from our local listening area, as well as some regional and national sports. Also, you can tune into our websites, kbek.com and wcmpradio.com. Go to the sports tab and click on broadcast schedule for all the links that we'll be covering that week. Also, we'll have interviews from coaches and players up there as well. And another way is, of course, our social medias. Our Facebook's at WCMP Radio and KBK, then our Instagrams at both of those, and our Twitter at Q Media Sports for all things local sports, articles from games that we've been at, interviews, breaking sports news, and more. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. And thanks to Jackson Zebarth for joining us in the postgame, our Pine Insurance player of the game. The final, Blue Jackets beat Chisago Lakes 42-13. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could make their day. Well, for Q Media Sports YouTube, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend.